Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here right on time tonight for a very rare time to do that. Let me take down the size of the screen a little bit so we can see how to make donations tonight. Don't know how many of you will be here tonight. Mr. Kennedy was our number one draw the last time that we had him here. And for last year, he was the number one viewed show that we had. But we are going head to head tonight with the mighty Dallas Mavericks, who didn't look at. If anybody gives any scores on the Dallas Mavericks game, you don't even get a warning. You get blocked. I don't care who you are. If you give a Dallas Mavericks score or give me any inclination of what's going on in that game, you will get blocked. So let Mr. Kennedy know that we are waiting for him. Make sure he knows we're on Eastern time would also be probably another nice thing. We are waiting. In case he might have thought this was Central time. And if so, then I guess you're going to get a bonus hour tonight. If he thought we were going at 9 o'clock Central time. So, but I thought we made it very clear that it was East. So we will, I'm sure, see him very soon. And I wrote his cell phone number to let him know that we are waiting. And I guess if I tilted the camera down, you could see the King shirt a little better, but y'all have seen it before, so I'm not going to worry that much about it. So please leave a comment. Let me know that you're here. Questions and comments tonight for Mr. Kennedy. We will answer any and all questions for me or Mr. Kennedy for a minimal $5 donation per question. You don't get to hog up the entire room the entire night. Facebook and Twitter will only be 10 minutes. I'm doing good, Mr. Sellers. How you doing? Facebook and Twitter will be 10 minutes. Then if you want to see the show, you're going to have to come over here. I'm going to make it 10 minutes once Mr. Kennedy gets here. Let me check Facebook Messenger in case he checked in over there. Where did I put him? He actually got a shout out and a hello from a celebrity tonight. They weren't able to make it in here tonight because they got some shit going on down in Florida. Well, shit, where is he? Trying to find where his account is. Well, let's try this. I guess I'm going to have to search for it. I sent out so many links tonight. And plus, I will hear him pop in over here on this other screen if he pops in. Well, guess who else is late? My co-host, who said he would be on time. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to be disrespectful to the guest that's running late. And he may have his reasons. He might have some other things going on that he's got to take care of as well. All right. I said we are waiting. I guess it's just me that's waiting. It'd just be me. And there we go. So I've written him on Facebook. And did the girl get the house yet? Well, I guess technically. All right. Well, that just got you out of here for being a smartass. I thought it was tonight. That's going to get you a time. That's going to get you a timeout. But you did call me a weirdo. So as soon as you come back from the timeout, I'm blocking you. Smartass. And that'll teach you. That'll teach you. So yeah, I should have just blocked you for being a disrespectful smart fuck. I didn't even watch the first game because somebody ruined it in here. There was no reason for me to watch the game. So I didn't even watch the first one. But I figured they would skip a day and then play tonight. I did watch some of the baseball game in England today. And so I hope he doesn't think we were Central Time tonight. But he might. So if so, then I got to kill an hour while I wait for him to get here. But I haven't, he's not in Puerto Rico tonight. I do know that. And let's see, I'm checking both the cell phone and, okay. All right. And he might have things going on, could be things going on with the kids or whatever as well. So that happens from time to time. So feel free to ask your questions to me. If you don't have a membership, I'll take the extra hour. We shall see. Stephen Fowler, why do you not have a membership yet? What am I going to do with you? I know you got $3. Why have you not got a membership yet? So, yeah, I've got messages to Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Anderson, whatever it is you prefer to refer to him as. Probably Mr. Anderson. I think WWE had copyrights on the other, but we'll see how that goes. I'm sure he'll be here eventually. And if not, then we're just going to do an hour pregame show if he thought we were going on Central Time. Let me check my messages and see when he thought we were coming on, because I thought that he confirmed with me that it was Eastern Time. And I thought I confirmed it with him, but let me go find out. Did you all get to see SmackDown from Raw? Would anybody like to talk about that in the meantime? Because I actually watched not the entire show, but a lot of the show. I don't have anything to do next Saturday night. Okay, so there's that. So that's when we scheduled for tonight. Now let me see if I confirm the time. I do remember he said 9 o'clock was fine, and then I think we were confirming whether it was Central or Eastern. Okay, so that must be in my email messages. I think we have a visitor. No, we got the Cold Train. Well, Cold Train can let himself in because I'm still trying to make sure that I confirmed.
Keller.
This time to nap.
Go ahead, folks, as best you know how. 9 p.m. is good, and he writes East. So, yeah, he knows it's Eastern Time. Okay.
He might be making a sandwich.
So he thought it was 9 o'clock, not 9:05. So that makes him 11 minutes late. But he might have shit going on. There could be anything going on.
Yeah.
I reckon it's all Bob's fault. I'm sorry. I forgot her name. But the young lady in the that is Ruby May. And yeah, that's one of the things we're going to be working on tonight is that we got Ruby May her medicine. We got Ruby May her fruits and vegetables. But now the doctor is saying that she needs an ultrasound for her stomach to find out why her pain is so bad. Ultrasound is right at $50.
Okay.
So if we can, so that's tops on my priority tonight. And then we got a couple little gaps to fill. But other than that, you got the Polk High going tonight, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You got the Polk
4
High,
touchdowns in one game.
Oh, I got my volume real low over here. Let me turn my volume up.
It might be me.
I've got my volume set on 50 out of 100. Speak again.
How's this?
That's better. That's better.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you much better there. And did you see the one guy calling me a weirdo that I thought the ball game was on tonight? Did you see that?
Which
yeah,
one?
His name was Average.
Averaging down.
Yeah, called me a weirdo.
Let's see what this
No
is.
badge, no nothing. Steven got his membership, bless his heart. Steven got his membership. So for those of you that would like to donate tonight, the number one priority tonight will be trying to get Ruby May the money for her ultrasound. I told her that we would make that top priority and work on that tonight. Anybody that would like to donate and get a Anthony how do I not have, my camera must be off kilter. Well, there's the Anthony Scaramucci book. And anybody that makes a $60 donation or more and pays the $5 shipping, then you get an Anthony Scaramucci autographed book. I got a few of them left because he sent me another batch. And for those of you that are somewhat political and know who Anthony Scaramucci is, former White House press secretary, former White House communications director, worked for Trump, now despises Trump, all but testifies against him on CNN and CNN and MSNBC most every day.
So cool under pressure, too.
Went to the Wine Fest today and got a little carried away. I'll get you on Thursday show. So you got carried away at a wine fest.
It is supposed to be just
You've donated enough this week. No one's going to be shaming you. Don't you worry about it. No. Billy Sellers donated $75 earlier in the week. But that still don't make people exempt from question. I'll let Billy Sellers slide. I will let Nicole slide. Because they've donated around $200 combined this week. I wonder, does Stormy Daniels have a book? She does have a book.
She has some videos.
Yeah, she's got a book. I don't know about any videos. I don't live the lifestyle of Coltrane. I wouldn't know about any videos.
No, you would not, sir.
I would not. I'm a good boy. I behave myself.
Yeah. You're a good boy in another way. Right?
He might think we're Central Time. I don't know.
He's in Minnesota, isn't he?
No, he is from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
So that's where he's from, but his school is in Minnesota.
That's where I had Minnesota in my mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had Minnesota in my mind as well, and so maybe that's why. Maybe the school is actually in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But he used to introduce himself from Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I was wondering if I had that wrong.
Wisconsin.
I was wondering if I had that wrong, and I was going to verify that.
Oh, no, you had that part right.
I was going to verify that with him tonight because, but like I said, we might have an hour to kill, guys. He might think we're going live at 9 o'clock Central Time. Even though I looked at the messages, it says East. He even asked East. He said, is that 9 East? So, but he might have something going on. So, you know,
sometimes
he might have
you get a little forgetful.
Yeah, you got a couple of kids and shit, you know, things happen. So I'm pretty sure he'll be here. It's just a matter of when he's going to get here. And then we'll so I did watch a good portion of SmackDown. Can you upload the best picture, probably the last picture I sent you of Cody Rhodes wearing his Louisville Nightmare shirt? It's the one where you see the shirt in its entirety. Probably the last one I sent you. And that's a good looking shirt promoting Louisville. And I sent pictures of aerial shots of Louisville where it had Louisville SmackDown. So Louisville was the place to be last night. And for the record, I got several messages from Randy Orton yesterday. And one of them I didn't understand. He sent me a message. It says, I'm really disappointed I'm not there tonight. And I forgot that they were in Louisville. So we're having a bit of a conversation.
Like, did I invite you to dinner or something?
and he writes, I'm really disappointed I'm not there tonight. No, I'm unfortunately, I want to get it right. Unfortunately, I'm not there tonight. So after looking at that message and thinking, well, I guess he's not on SmackDown. And as you all know, he's injured from the Gunther match. And so I'm thinking, okay, so he's not at SmackDown. That's what he's telling me. He's not at SmackDown tonight. So I don't watch SmackDown until about 4 o'clock this morning. And I bring up SmackDown live from Louisville, Kentucky at the Yum Center. I said, that's what he was telling me. Unfortunately, I'm not in Louisville tonight. So I sent him some screenshots of everything I sent you guys, I sent him. And telling Randy, do you know how much ass you would have kicked had you had some Randy Orton shirt with Louisville, Kentucky written on it?
Shit,
that building holds about 24,000 people. I have to miss wrestling this month. Don't have my YouTube TV. Billy, why do you not have your YouTube TV? Now he's going to shame me. Well, I sent you my YouTube money. He's getting ready to shame me. I know what's coming. Well, we all have to make sacrifices from time to time. No, I don't. Well, see, I share my accounts, so I will always have my YouTube TV. I got a lot of people disappointed. I got a lot of people, including myself, that'd be disappointed if it didn't. There's our sweet Mylene.
Good morning.
Let's see here. Yes, she's the one that we financed the trip to go see her kid. She has the beautiful daughter that will be 18, I think, also in November, who is a great dancer. And I'm wanting her to dance to Dua Lipa's Illusion. So I sent her the video of the Illusion, but Mylene says her daughter really needs to get a better phone. Cheska is another young lady that's getting ready to enter college. She doesn't even have a phone. Cheska says she found a phone for 3,500 pesos. Now, this is the second on my list of shit to do. Cheska's getting ready to enter college. I'm sure that Mylene's daughter is too. Mylene's daughter's phone is blurry. At least she can do work on it. She might not be able to do TikTok videos, but at least she can do work on it. Cheska doesn't have a phone at all. She has to borrow neighbors' phones. And a phone for Cheska, she looked it up yesterday. She can get a good used phone for 3,500 pesos. Now, Lena wrote me and said she wanted to get a phone for JJ so he could watch videos on it. And JJ is about 6 or 7. And that's what JJ's going to have to wait. JJ wants a 2,500 peso phone so he can watch videos. Well, JJ needs to get a job. So that's what was explained to JJ. So
At 8 at that time.
JJ is not on the phone list. We're not getting him a $50 phone. I know that's cheap. And if I were there and I didn't have the expenses of here, I'd probably get the kid a phone. But I'm not. I did, by the way. Now possessed. I think I wrote you and told you I had a lengthy conversation with AT&T. This is roughly a $1,100 Google Pixel 8 Pro, brand new. If you buy it brand new from Google, and they sell for between $1,000 and $1,100 wherever you get them from. Yeah. And some things were told to me when I went to the AT&T store that were not honored, and it was several things. Less than correct, and they even fired the person who told me the incorrect stuff.
Oh, really?
Damn. Yes, they did. A beautiful girl, a Muslim from from God. I forgot
they were waiting for a reason.
I forgot where in Africa she was from, but she was a doll. Mm. One of the most beautiful little girls I have ever seen.
Oh, the one that corrected everything.
No, that's not the one that corrected everything. That's someone else.
Oh.
The one that corrected everything is from South Africa. This girl was somewhere in Africa, and she was a black girl, and but one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my life, but would lie her fucking ass off.
Those are the ones, man. The cute ones.
Billy, give me a call right fast. Okay, Stephen. I thought Stephen just became a member.
Maybe he has to.
Steve McClellan. Steve McClellan became a member. Okay, Steve McClellan member. We haven't motivated Steve Fowler to drop $3 to get a membership yet. Well, we're working on him. So let me check and see if Mr. Kennedy has even seen my. I'm sure he's going to be here, guys, but he has not seen my face.
Here's the
he hasn't. Yeah, he has not seen either message as of yet. Yeah. So isn't that a good looking shirt? Let me take Stephen Fowler's comment down. And I took a few. Throw it back. Yeah, there you go.
Do you think there's a little subtlety behind that Ric Flair behind him?
Excuse me?
You think there's a little subtlety behind that Ric Flair behind him?
No, because it was parked there and everybody was getting pictures behind it. Everybody that walked by it, because I thought about blurring it out. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. But that shirt looks good. And of course, he cut the sleeves out of his in a different way than what I do, because I don't like to show off my muscles the way that
you don't like them lats poking out like that.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't like my lats poking out. I certainly don't. I try to avoid it at all costs. But that's a good looking shirt, man. I tell you what, not that I would have, because everybody knows I don't pay for shit, including my Google Pixel 8 Pro, which officially was paid off yesterday. Train. They paid off the $888 balance that was left owed due to the lie. They were basically wanting me to just keep paying through AT&T and for 36 months until I owned that phone. I said, that's not what I was told. They said, oh, you have a Pixel 4. You can trade that in and get a free phone. Oh, really? What do you got to do? We'll sign up for AT&T for 2 years and pay AT&T. So what they were doing is part of the payments were going towards paying that fucking phone, and part of the payments were towards your AT&T bill. So technically you weren't paying $80 a month for the service. You were paying $40 a month for the service and maybe $40 a month for the phone.
Yep. Still that little bit of inconvenience.
That's not what they told me.
Right.
So I was told I was going to get nowhere with AT&T. AT&T don't crack. They like black people. They don't crack. That's what I was told.
We swell.
So I said, well, I'll take that challenge. And I called the AT&T store. And the first time I actually got a big discount on my internet bill. Dropped it from $80 a month to $38 a month. So I won that battle because they did not give me my affordable connectivity rate. It took me 3 representatives, but my bill dropped from $80 a month to $38 a month. That was a couple of 3 months ago. So now I'm noticing this fucking phone bill rate's never going to, oh, well, we're going to charge the regular rate, but once we have your Pixel 4 and we do the trade-in, we're going to reimburse you any overpayments you've made. All right, well, they reimbursed a little bit, but it wasn't anywhere near what we were told. So I called, and after about 3 more representatives yesterday, and then finally Zoe from Durban, South Africa, and Jeffrey from Cape Town, South Africa. Wouldn't you know, all of a sudden, they're telling me, well, Kenny, not only we're going to, you might owe $500 on the phone. but you'll totally be out of underneath us, and you can take the free Q-Link wireless that you qualify for by being a senior citizen and on disability. I said, okay, all right, well, that beats nothing. Beats paying $1,100 for a fucking phone. All right. Yeah. So I'd pretty much agreed to that. I said, but really, for your representatives lying to me over and over and over again, 2 people got fired over this. The girl that sold me the shit got fired. I said, you need to do more. I said, but at least
they told you that.
So she says, well, give me 3 days to work on this and let me see what I can do. Here's my personal number. Here's my extension in South Africa. And if I don't call you, you call me. Well, 24 hours later, about 8 o'clock last night, 7:30 last night, get a phone call. And I thought it was Zoe. I said, is this Zoe? And then I don't hear anything. I said, well, maybe this ain't Zoe. Maybe it's just somebody that sounds like her. So we keep talking and talking. She says, okay, the balance is $588, but you don't have to pay that. Just continue as is and pay the regular bill and you'll be fine. I said, but that's not what I asked to do. I said, I was going to pay the $588 because I can get a free service through Q-Link Wireless. I've already got the SIM card, but you have to unlock this phone before I can do that. I said, that's what Zoe told me yesterday. I said, now Zoe was very sweet and very kind. I take her to be an honest person. She says, Kenny, I am Zoe. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't call you a bitch and tell a bunch of lies. She starts dying. She had a good old American sense of humor. And she starts laughing. She says, no, but at least you didn't lie. And you said I was sweet. I said, I certainly did. I said, I asked you if this was Zoe. She said, well, I said yes. I said, well, I didn't hear you. Apparently the phone cut out or something. I didn't hear her. So what the deal was, they wiped out the entire bill. So Chris has his phone through them as well. So he continues to pay his bill, which he's happy with his shit. I wasn't. And because he's got the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And but he got a pretty good deal on what he got. And but I wasn't happy with my deal. So I thought, and I was willing to do it, I was going to pay the $588 and they were going to give me a $249 credit towards Christopher's phone. Okay, that's fine. Helps him out, helps me out. Now I got free service. So once I make 10 payments, I would have paid this fucking phone off anyway. So I'm going to pay the money regardless. I might as well have a fucking phone paid off in the process. So I'd agreed to pay the $588. People going, I tuned in to see Mr. Kennedy, not hear Kenny finagle AT. Mr. Kennedy ain't here yet. So he must be
talking about your vegetables and shit like most old guys.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the ticket. So, but no, she says, you're not understanding. Kenny, you don't have to pay anything. We're going to unlock the phone on Monday. Takes us 2 days to get the phone unlocked. You got to go through the My TNT app, make the request, and then 2 days later, your phone's unlocked. And then I can insert my SIM card from Q-Link Wireless. She says, yeah. Oh, well, that's a better deal than I asked for. She says, I know. You told me you wanted me to do more. I said, and you did. So basically an $1,100 phone, I think I paid a grand total of $100 and something bucks for. So that's
rebates, refunds, and bamboozle.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Got back an extra $54 from Walmart today for complaining about shit I had to legit complain about.
You're like a professional refund.
Called the king of, I've always been the king of refunds. Yeah, and all you got to do is tell me. And I had 4 people who had dealt with the AT&T tower tell me, oh, you ain't getting nowhere with them. Those people are from South Africa. They could give less than $2 about you.
Oh, people always tell me that. I just escalate until I get to somebody that can do some shit.
Pro at wheeling and dealing. That almost sounds like a Ric Flair.
Stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet
plane. Limo riding. Never drove any of them, but I rode in a couple.
Yeah, I rode in a couple.
And so we got for everybody waiting for Mr. Kennedy, I think he thinks that I told him to be here at 9 o'clock Central, even though the message says 9 Eastern. I just looked at it. But we're going to give Mr. Kennedy
that while thinking Pacific or
So for those of you tuning in expecting to see Mr. Kennedy, I have every confidence he will be here. It's just I think he is
Puerto Rico this time.
He's not in Puerto Rico. Well, we covered all that. He's not in Puerto Rico. Hey, buddy.
Mr. Kennedy.
I'm sending him one more text to make sure. All right, 9:20.
You're stubborn on the toilet.
This really makes it even funnier, other than those of you that can't stay up the extra hour to watch him. Other than that, it's pretty funny.
They can lay in bed as they go to sleep like we did when they're kids with the transistor radio. Just listen.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to listen to the Cincinnati Reds on my blue AM transistor radio, and then I got upgraded to some very nice radio that my atheist Uncle Charlie got me. And it had a DX button on the back. And this is before.
Break it down.
This is 1972. This is long before Triple H and Shawn Michaels and the Road Dogg and the various cast of others that joined that group. Bob is with Mr. Kennedy. Well, that's it. They might be out drinking in Dallas somewhere. They might be out drinking in Dallas. No, we knew Bob was going to be missing, but I thought Bob was missing due to the Dallas game being on. Yeah, I don't think the guy that we put
weirdo tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think the guy that we put to come in here and show the utter disrespect.
Unmitigated gall.
It says they were banned. Oh, I did get rid of them altogether. I thought I put them in. I thought I put them in timeout. I bitch.
I had to undo the delete just to see what he said.
Averaging down.
What was that?
But it basically said the Mavericks play tomorrow, you weirdo. Oh, okay. Well, that'll keep you a ticket right here in the front row. So
no, you timed him out for 300 seconds. It looked like.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yeah.
No. Well, I dare him to pop back in here and say shit. Yeah, Bob's on dog duty.
Just to get his.
Bob is cleaning up dog duty. Bob has the job I had tonight, cleaning up dog duty. Oh, is that who that is? Oh, doesn't that figure? Is that they can't get over themselves, and they have to come in here being a little dick bitch. And here's the thing: I have this show tonight where you have to be a member for like 5 weeks. So he has had that account saved up for at least 5 weeks. You stupid little mentally ill fuck.
Get a girlfriend.
Get over it.
Boyfriend. Whatever
his girlfriend left him. His girlfriend
again. I mean,
would you want to hang with somebody like that? That's
no.
That apparently doesn't want his golf club to know that he's got a marijuana problem.
And
not that I condemn any such thing of people having marijuana problem. I'm watching Bill Maher for crying out loud, or at least I was. I was watching Bill Maher. He loves his marijuana too.
Tesla.
Okay, so apparently the broadcast is still addicted to this show. He's just like any other troll. So there you go, folks. Do I go over there seeking these dumb fucks out? No, I don't.
No,
Coltrane doesn't go over there.
That whole show.
Yeah, so they keep coming here. He wanted to see Mr. Kennedy and Mr. Bolin because he fantasizes about it. You
say their name. They don't know if they want to
Bob could look up and see who you are. You didn't think Bob could look up and see who you are, you stupid fuck? Jesus Christ. We got about 70 of you in here. By the way, I have a new disclaimer I need to do. I don't know if I'm going to record it myself, get a celebrity to do it. Maybe I'll ask Mr. Kennedy if he will do it.
There you go.
But we have a new disclaimer. The political opinions expressed upon this show are not necessarily those of our lovely paying sponsors.
There you go.
I was told by Bear Nose that I might want to say that. Because Bear Nose was a little concerned that I might put. I said, well, we talk about it. I said, but
like drive away some of their clientele. That's,
but so you know, I said, we invite the opposite opinion on all the time. I said, we have
more Republicans on than we have anybody.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the last Democrat I came on here to agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they either do or they don't, you know. But as far as inviting political opinion, we invite the opposite opinion all the time. I've been begging my brother to come on so I can show everybody what a fucking idiot he is. But no. So I will do it again at the 29-minute mark, 29 and a half minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the political opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of our lovely paying sponsors, but they're definitely mine, and they're definitely Bob's, and they're definitely Coltrane's. You can agree or you can disagree, but those are not necessarily the opinions of the good folks at Popeyes, Main Event, Bear Nose, Two Rivers, McDonald's, and the Fish House. Why does Kenny have all food places? Because Kenny like to eat. Whether he eat much or not, Kenny like to eat. And restaurants, just like when I was selling sponsorships at OVW Television, the easiest sponsorships to get were pawn shops because wrestling fans love to pawn shit. Used furniture stores because wrestling fans are broke ass bitches and don't mind paying $60 a week for something they can get for $30 a month if they only have the credit. and car dealerships, used car dealerships. Those were the easiest to get as sponsors. And obviously, when you get into as many homes as we get into, regardless of how much we get fucked with by the algorithm, we broadcast now on TikTok. We're doing very well on TikTok. We're sneaking up on 40,000 views a month on TikTok. Why? Because they don't yet fuck with us, and I don't know that they will. Yeah. YouTube fucks with. I mean, we have nearly 4,800 subscribers on YouTube, and you see how bad they fuck with us. We have Todd. You still don't have a measly $3 membership. My God.
Yes.
To be able to interact with me, Todd ain't going to donate $5. I can guarantee you that. Todd. By the way, Todd, I want you to look up George Carlin. I'm giving Todd way more attention than I should. Todd, and I was just in Evansville. Todd, I want you to look up George Carlin talking about the name Todd and his opinion of those people. Even people with the name Todd, I think, get a kick out of this video. So look that up, Todd, and see what George Carlin thinks about it.
Have you ever seen Todd in a long time now?
You don't see a lot of Todds. I got a Todd Frazier that played for the Cincinnati Reds, and there's also Todd Herod was a dear friend of mine in high school from the class of '79, and Todd was Todd's probably a Trump supporter. Todd Herod, Todd Alexander, bro. I don't know about Todd Alexander. He might not want to talk political shit. I think he does. I dare him. Was a great stand-up. I've seen it. Todd Champion. There you go. Okay, yeah. But I don't think Todd Alexander. I don't think Todd Alexander's ever spent a penny helping support our families on this show. Not that I can recall.
Shame on your houses.
I was going to say I don't even think we have one donation yet, but maybe we do. We have.
They're waiting so they can do it in front of Mr. Kennedy.
I know. Well, Daniel Lemley wasn't waiting. Daniel Lemley says, "I'll be the first." Daniel Lemley, $15 donation from Daniel Lemley.
Well, he's a day one.
And John Paul, who's about to get his Anthony Scaramucci book. I got everything packed up and ready to go. Everybody that has paid for their book is about to get one. And John Paul's book is packed and ready to go, and he's made a $25 donation. So thank Billy Sellers says Trump sucks, and of course Todd Morton, not Ricky Morton, but Todd Morton is not related to Ricky. Is that correct? I don't think.
Comedian?
Todd Morton? No, Todd was an independent wrestler, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
I think he was an indie wrestler.
It's Todd Bridges.
Waves full of, hey, John Paul, how you? Good to see you, man. I hadn't heard from you in a while, so glad to see you. So $25 donation from John Paul, 15 from Daniel Lemon, but they're two of my regulars. We knew they were coming through.
Oh, yeah.
CBS stuck on women's soccer, whatever. That's from Reddit, so who knows? Who knows what that is? So we only have 2 donations so far. Mr. Kennedy still has not seen. Let me go to his cell phone. He must have thought we were going Central Time. And somebody named. Okay, I have to reveal your name. We'll just say the first name. Somebody named Jesse has donated $10 on Cash App.
That's Jesse, my partner from Lincoln. Yep.
Oh, that's your friend from Lincoln? Okay. Well, yep. Jesse, is it okay we say Jesse's last name?
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Mesa? That's right. Mesa? Jesse
yep.
Mesa? Jesse Mesa has donated $10. Thanks. So we got 25, 35.
Thank you, Jesse.
So we have a grand total of $50. So we have enough with those donations to cover the bare minimum of the ultrasound, assuming that it's going to be, because she was guessing. And, if we get 50, if it's a little more than that, fuck, I'll cover it. I got a good refund from Walmart today.
Remember,
I got a free Google phone that I thought was going to cost me $588 that I didn't have to spend. So that's good.
You can go in for a bag of sugar and walk out with a grocery cart full of shit for free.
Oh, my son wanted me to battle to get him his iPhone for free because he was lied to as well
Yeah.
But I think the reason I got mine for free is because we still had the iPhone account. So we had some clout. Oh, well, if we make him happy, they'll keep paying for the iPhone and that service. And, you know, once again, they're breaking the payments up over 36 months, but that's not what we were told. Oh, you have such and such phone? Oh, you can trade that in and get a free phone. It's not what they're doing. It's not what they're doing. You give them that phone, they still have to make money, and they're still basically charging you full price over 36 months.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not what they're doing. You
really got to look at the fine print when you start signing.
You do, or use common sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
figuring the taxes and all that.
Todd, are you gonna make your first donation ever tonight, or are you gonna say, "Well, I made one 4 years ago"? Are you gonna get a membership? Well, Kenny, I hate your show. I only tune in for the celebrities, Kenny. Could be.
Only tune in for the celebrities and don't pay shit.
Yeah, I don't pay shit. I am anxious to see if Mr. Kennedy shows up at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central. I thought we was on Saskatchewan time. No, we're not on a Saskatchewan time.
We're not Renee.
Train, I'm going to kick out for a minute, and because I've had this sitting out here for 41 minutes, my coconut Dr. Pepper that I drink on special occasions. I'm going to put this back and get something else, and then I will celebrate my coconut ice cold drink when Kennedy gets here. So I'll be back in just a minute.
All right. Well, while he does that, I was prepared and got my 0-calorie strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar, nice and cool. I forgot to get my damn tea, so I wasn't as prepared as I thought. See, that's what I get, talking all that shit. Anyway, as far as a donation from me, we are waiting a few innings on some of these bets just to see what comes through. But remember, if you donate $5 or more, we'll read your question on the air. We'll talk to you a little bit. Some of y'all have been getting on the air without paying a goddamn thing, and that's usually because you said something stupid that requires us to call you out and then run you off. So, with that said, I didn't watch any of SmackDown. Did anybody in here? And I'm not just going to sit around and wait for answers, but if anybody wants to catch me up on what happened, I literally have not watched wrestling at all this week. Matter of fact, I didn't even see King and Queen of the Ring. I saw that Randy Orton got injured in the Gunther match. And it was a weird situation the way they had that come out, but pretty much that was the only way that you could do it to make Randy stay looking strong. And
I did watch King and Queen. I had the pay-per-view sponsored by Bear Nose Pizza, by the way.
Nice.
Which we thought they were making us very, very special pizzas. Uh-huh. And they've told me, no, we're not doing anything for you. We don't do for our customers. They said we make if you go to Wix and get this version of a pizza, it's about $55. You get it through us, it's about $29. And it's okay. So I had a lengthy discussion with the owner the other day when we were talking about how much politics we cover here and how we do it and all that good stuff. And for those of you tuning in, we're just waiting. Apparently, Mr. Kennedy thinks we're doing this on Central Time. So that's what we're doing.
That's exactly what we thought.
You get a 1 hour pregame show. So y'all hang around or go the fuck away and come back later. Hopefully the donations will pick up when Mr. Kennedy gets here. And did you notice that Todd quit speaking the minute we started asking?
He sure the hell did, didn't he? Just dropped right off.
Just shut the fuck right up is what he did. Mm-hmm. So we're waiting on Mr. Kennedy, but I did watch all of King and Queen. Last night, I watched a goodly sum of SmackDown and was thrilled to see Cody sporting the Louisville shirt, the aerial shots of Louisville. I sent a lot of screenshots to people that were watching the show. We appreciate the 71 of you that have tuned in here on a Saturday night. Apparently not. Wow. Well, so did you reblock Dumbfuck? The one that I apparently took out for 300 seconds?
No, must have been Bob.
Oh, Bob might have got. Okay, good. Either way. And then he figured out it was the butthurt little pot smoker.
Where's he at, San Francisco?
Well, yeah. By the way, we know doxing's illegal because they've tried to post my address and everything over on that Starfigure page. Hey, bitch, I've got your address too, in case you don't know. But it's a federal crime to do that. So I would never post your address, even though I have it. I have had close friends drive by your house. What little bit you live in, bitch. So be careful what you do. Be careful what you do. Because I'd just like to ignore you ignorant little motherfuckers. But you keep coming here. You keep
They're
being
like
a little
gnats.
bitch. Oh, my God.
You know, they fly right at your eye.
They're the moths of the world. They see a bright light, which is me. And they have to keep flying into the bright light. And normally that'll get you killed.
Get your ass
If you fly into the bright light enough and then accidentally come into the door, it gets you swatted. So in case, broke ass bitch, you think you're one up on me, I know everything about you. Thanks to one of the trolls that turned on you guys. So be careful, little bitch. Be careful. Because I would never reveal your shit publicly because that's a federal crime. Like you all have done to me. That's a federal crime. Doxing is a federal crime. And I know you're still watching because you're a little bitch. So keep fucking with me, little boy. You little bony-legged bird leg boy. Keep fucking with me.
And I'm happy to get this on like a motherfucker right now.
He wants to hump me so bad he can't see straight. Just like all of them over there. They all want to hump me, and he cannot stay away. I left him like his girlfriend left him. His girlfriend got sick of his shit, apparently, from what I hear.
Oh, that's a shoot, huh?
Rumors say, oh, that's a shoot. Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of people saying
it. Is this the Indian young lady?
That's from what I've been told, that she left him, and he's so I left him. The other love of his life left him after he had made some small donations and then bragged about how rich he was and his little golf club. He also put it out that his golf club should not find out how much dope he smokes, and that he hired, and that allegedly, from what he's told people, he brags about hiring immigrant help and paying them below minimum wage. And brags about it. Now, that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, I got him.
Well, good. There's another one. Another one we can get rid of. There we go. We already do. There you go. Yeah. See, and that's another reason we only went 5 weeks tonight, because we got some people dying to get their shit in. So let's let them do it, and then we can say goodbye to them. Just like on The Walking Dead, when they say goodbye to those brain dead fuckers that we've lost. Well, that's what we do here. That's what we do here. And you see where you keep going. You don't see me going to your show to fuck with you stupid motherfuckers. You all keep coming here. The moth flying into the bright light is what you're doing. So nearly 80 of you in here. And we're going to go ahead and keep Facebook and Twitter open until Mr. Kennedy gets here. Now, if he isn't here, if he isn't here by 10:15, then I just got a big ass fucking apology to make. And then I'm going to Minnesota.
There you go.
And I'm going to Minnesota. And so in the meantime, I'm going to drink, and I'm still hoarding these. I got about 15 or so of these left. I need to buy some more. The spiced. I'm going to drink the spiced for now. I'll put the coconut in the freezer, and then hopefully he will be here pretty soon.
Put the lime in the coconut.
So you get a bonus 1 hour show for those of you that would like to help our families, not the trolls, because they don't have the money. Their mother won't give it to them.
They got to see pretty faces for an hour, so hey.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. No, we've only got the 2 donations, 3. Yeah, we only got the 3 donations. And like they might be waiting on Nicole says she needs to wait till Thursday. That's fine. She's done more than her fair share.
Oh yeah.
Billy Sellers did 75 this week.
Only that, she's very consistent with her donations.
Very consistent, and always ask who can we help.
Right. Yeah, she has her stuff
really
specifically to people that need help.
Kenny, I'm waiting to see who we can help. Todd Morton did not ask, or Todd Alexander, or Todd Pritchard, or Todd, or Todd
Pritchard.
Todd Pritchard. None of those asked, who can we help tonight, Kenny? They were not concerned about who can we help. Todd Pritchard. That's a great name. And let's see here. Lawler had a furniture store in Evansville and Owensboro for years. Well, goddamn, Todd, I didn't know that. I didn't know Jerry the King Lawler had a furniture store in Evansville and Owensboro for years. I didn't know. You would think.
Have you ever met Jerry Lawler in real life?
Have I ever met Jerry Lawler in real life?
Yeah.
Not in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
Not in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't. It's been a bit of a drought.
Fans are awesome.
Jerry does seem to be doing a little better though. He seemed obviously slower, but fucking multiple strokes to do that to you.
He still kind of has that starry-eyed look a little bit that some stroke victims have, but I've noticed his face. He has more emotion.
What was funny is that the sense of humor is still there, and the way I irritate him is still there. He marvels at my memory, but yet it irritates him. And so when I was telling him shit that happened in 2005 at a show we did, 2007, he goes, Kenny, how the hell do you remember all that? I don't remember what I did yesterday. I said, in some cases, I don't either. In some cases, I don't either.
You also haven't taken a whole lot of chair shots.
One. And it was from a plastic chair from Sean. A plastic chair from Sean O'Hare is the reason I can still function today. He could have got me.
Oh yeah.
Who donated what?
Chris Lance. I can't tell what that symbol is.
I don't know what that is, bro. Oh, that's somebody donated $1 from the Philippines.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the peso. Yeah, that's the peso. Now we've actually gotten a few hi. Oh my god, I gotta tell you this. I've got to tell you this. Hang on. I'm so glad he's watching. Because he probably doesn't have a membership, and if he does, he wouldn't be able to get through. I would donate, but I can't afford it because I'm trying to get on disability.
What?
Well, I've been on disability and I got mine, so yeah. And I just smell something bad there, so
I do too.
Yeah, so when I smell a rat, I normally open the door and let the rat go. So bye, rat.
Yeah.
I'd like to donate, but I don't have the $3. One dipshit wrote me and said that he had $2.90. Kenny, I've only got a $2.84. Can you open a 99-cent here? No, we can't.
Well, then just donate that shit and you can talk on the show.
Yeah, you just do that. So let me tell you the story about Chris Lance, and I did not know his last name. I told Christopher, I said, if you comment on my show, I'll know who you are. Thank you for the $1 donation. I told you we raise money for folks on this show. As I'm telling Christopher's story, I want you to run down the Filipino families and girls and everybody that we help on the show and show their pictures. And as I see them, I'll let Chris know what we're doing. Chris also has a brother named Mark Anthony. Chris is the one that helped me with my disastrous visit to a Walmart at Bardstown Road. As I explained to him, this has nothing to do with you. It has really nothing to do with your company. It is one person that was running the customer service desk at a Walmart on Bardstown Road. That was my issue. As a rule, I really like Walmart. Walmart, as a rule, has been pretty good to me. Not on this particular day and this particular visit. This is the reason I'm calling you, Chris. And then Chris, I said, Chris, where are you from? And I'm going to be honest with you, from hearing his voice, I thought Chris may have been from India. And he says, oh, I'm from the Philippines. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you what I do for the Philippines. And this has nothing to do with what I'm asking you to do for me, but this is what I do. So I told him my story, and it touched his heart that I'd been doing this for 14 years. And then I tell him, I said, now, are you a wrestling fan? He said, I heard you mention wrestling in your description of what you've done. And he says, exactly what did you do in wrestling? I said, well, I was on TV in the Philippines for about 5 years. And SmackDown used to insert Kenny Bolin, John Cena matches, mainly for John Cena, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't for me. And I said, so I was on TV there for 5 years. And I said, I learned to love your community. And I said, and I named all the cities of people that we help people in. Obviously, he knows all those cities. And he's from the Manila area. And he was just blown away that I had connections with John Cena. And he says, oh, my brother's 31 years old. His brother's name is Mark Anthony. I said, well, I'm never going to forget yours and your brother's name because my son's name is Christopher. And Mark Anthony is his cousin's name. So, yeah, I'm not going to forget your names. And I said, if you tune into the show, I'll give you a shout out and tell a little bit of our story. But he was so nice and so kind, took care of all my problems. And I appreciate Chris very much. And he told me that I made his day, that he got to talk to somebody that worked with John Cena. And I said, well, you made my day because you made me feel good about Walmart customer service and you took care of my problem. because it was a very frustrating visit to that store with that person who was stressed out because 2 people called in sick and they were having to do a lot of work. A lot of people were having to wait in line.
He fell off a cliff. We don't talk about him anymore.
Yeah, he fell off a cliff, and you don't have a membership. So,
Boom.
So that is the reason we went with 5 weeks tonight, because the ones that are really butthurt that I got rid of them are just dying to get in.
I bet that actually was him.
No, he not capable.
You don't think?
It wasn't him. It was not him.
Oh, he had to sneak past his grandma to get there.
He would, and but that's okay. Kenny, it's set for 8 days. Oh, that's right. I did say you're right. That's why we got a few of them sneaking in tonight. I thought I said it for 5 to 8 weeks.
Only bunch of rats got in that hole under the fence.
That's okay. Well, that's okay. I'm glad I did, because now during this pregame show, we're getting rid of a few of the trolls.
Yeah,
and they have to start their shit all over again and subscribe again and go through all that trouble. And they will.
That's a lot of time, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of time and effort. But when you're mentally ill, like the broke one, who God, he's so stupid. But I tell you what, I've sized him up. I've seen his frame. I know where he lives. I know what he lives in. I know what he doesn't. I know what he doesn't have, because it pulls up all of his financial records as well. So I know what he doesn't have. I know who pays for what he does have. So he probably needs to shut the fuck up, is what he needs to do. And he actually recruited somebody to try to find dirt on me, and they gave up. They said, well, the worst thing we can find is that Kenny's been evicted 4 times in his life. I said, that's wrong. That's bullshit. I've been evicted 9 times, because every time I have a dispute with a landlord, and there's been a few over my 64 years, because I don't take shit. If you ain't fixing property, if you ain't fixing roofs, if you ain't fixing plumbing, if you ain't fixing leaks in my ceiling, then yeah, we go through the process. And during COVID, you had to go through eviction to get rental assistance. Did you know that, or did you ever apply?
I never applied, but I did hear that.
Yeah, no. So unless you went through the process of eviction, you didn't get rental assistance. It's called stopmyeviction.org. Do you want rental assistance? Okay. Let your landlord serve you with an eviction notice. That might drag out 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And then when we go to court, if you qualify, we will pay all your back rent and maybe up to 2 or 3 months forward. And I was watching people get $10,000 checks. I never got anything like that. I think the biggest one I ever got was my back rent, and they paid 3 months forward. So back rent was about $2,400, and then they paid forward 3 months during the heat of COVID. But you had to go through an eviction to get that. Are they still trying to get that name alive? Oh my God. And that tells you how mentally ill they are.
Exactly.
They can't give up. They can't give up.
Who that
and we know who they are. Plus, Bob now can research their accounts and find out who they are.
Yeah.
Just like broke ass bitch. He didn't think he could be looked up. But yeah, broke ass, I know exactly where you live. Matter of fact, I've got friends that have driven by your house.
Oh, his stomach just dropped out of his ass.
But I have some class. I told them not to do anything because they wanted to knock on your door and introduce themselves. I said, no, ain't worth it.
He's a little mentally stable ones either, are they?
And I keep saying that Cornette can't whip anybody. And then I said, well, the dumb fuck in Ohio that has a restraining order on him from England. You know that guy, the former co-host.
Yeah.
Well, the British bitch is what I call him. And I said, Cornette can't whip anybody. Cornette could whip him. And sadly enough, Cornette could whip the little broke ass bitch. I've seen him, you know. So I found 2 people Cornette can whip. The broke ass bitch from San Jose or wherever.
That's a feat.
That's a feat, because I've had trouble finding walking upright human beings that Cornette can whip. And now I found 2, and they're both trolls over on the other show that I got rid of. One was a co-host I got rid of, and he has a restraining order. He was bragging to somebody apparently the other day that he was going to come down here and peek in my window. No, he won't. No, he won't. Because number one, he's the biggest pussy I've ever known. Even bigger pussy than Jimmy.
So we'll smell you.
If Jimmy were to get into a fight with this guy, Jimmy would kill him.
Wow.
For me to say that, You got to be a pussy for me to say
Yeah,
that.
he's a
Jimmy would be, and Jimmy might have an easier time with the little broke-ass bitch.
wow.
That might even be easier because at least Jimmy does have a little girth on him.
Yeah,
he can
he
throw
can
a
hug you
punch.
and fall at least.
He can throw a punch if the guy he's throwing it at is not tougher than him. Well, that would be this case. Jimmy has at least seen a few good fights. He's been roughed up a couple of times. So I would have to put the money on Jimmy to take on either one of these little pussies. Nice little pregame here. Nice little pregame. Who can Jimmy whip? Well, I can name two. So, unbelievable. All right.
What do you think will win between him and Bruno?
Oh, Bruno would be Jimmy's ass.
Really?
Bruno would
I want to
fuck
see
Jimmy
that.
up. Yeah, Bruno would fuck Jimmy up real bad.
I want to see a shoot.
All right, so we're still trying to reach out. Now he thought it was 9:05 Central, so we got.
I'm gonna tell you what, Dr. Irwin. No, I don't think I could do that.
You must have thought 9:05 Central Time. Okay. Well, we're about to find out. Otherwise, I'm going to owe some people a big ass apology, and I hope. And I'm not even going to reschedule him again if he doesn't make it. If he just shows up
on one show.
y'all will just have to contact. Hey, Mr. Anderson showed up. Might want to get over there. I won't do this to y'all again. But I'm pretty sure that by 10 after he'll be here.
Yeah.
I have every confidence by 10 after he will be here. That's 9 more minutes.
Oh, and by the way, Billy, yes, the cat was found. Thank you for asking.
Do you have the cat back in your possession yet?
Yeah, safe and sound. Way further away than I
that's
thought.
Good news.
Yep.
What's that?
I said way further away than we thought. Something must have chased her because it was, she was kind of stressed out, to where she's shedding and stuff, but she's back to normal now.
Well, I'm sure she was. Yeah, I'm sure she was.
So
no
I bought a better tracking device that's waterproof and can't be lost.
Let's see.
Thanks for asking, Billy.
Yeah, Marion's a sweet young lady. She's got a bad battery in her phone, and it's 1,500 pesos to fix her bad battery. I told her we would bring it up. I think we've had a good time here, and we've seen. We found 2 people that Cornet can whip. The asexual person from Ohio that married somebody from there and I think he married her because it was the only person he could find, and he wanted to get into the United States, and I actually think he was still close to me and Maya and Chris, and so I'm sure he would love to come down here and peek through my window, but it won't. I won't even call him a he or a she. He's an it. It's an it. Because he admitted to Maya that in his 30s, he had never had sex with a man or a woman. So,
good God,
shit's pretty much on you when you're in your 30s and you haven't had sex with anything.
Because you can buy it at that point.
I mean, bestiality's an option in Ohio,
Well, hey, did he not say that? He said man or woman.
Then again, I've never met in person what he legally put on paper and married. Maybe bestiality's closer to.
You got to ask specific questions sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad you found him. Yeah, I
Thank
am
you,
too.
Billy.
I am too. Yeah, bestiality I think is legal in Ohio. 80 people. We're gonna give. Well, we're gonna go till 10:15. That'll give Mr. Anderson 10 minutes after the scheduled Central Time, and. Oh, this is making me look bad. Oh well. I'm kind of so really, folks.
You don't really know Mr.
I don't know him. It's just all a big work. I'm just going to come. I've never met the guy. It's just that last time he was on the show, he had no idea who he was talking to. He didn't know.
Just happened to be the highest rated show ever.
He thought I was Paul Bearer reincarnated. He just didn't know. This actually makes it funnier.
Probably thought I was Ricochet.
I bet he's a no-show. Well, way to go, Billy. Way to go.
That's Billy.
Yeah, come on.
Down.
Well, I bet he's not. I think he's going to show up in the next 10 minutes.
Billy,
He better show up by 10:15 because otherwise we'll see what you all want to do after that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I won't even advertise him anymore. Just if he happens to show up one night,
you just have to call all your friends if he's on.
Word of mouth. Watch every show is all I can tell you.
There you go.
Show. So we're going to give him
that episode.
10 more minutes. That's kind of Kroger rules. Even with the union, you got 10 minutes to punch in. Actually, it was 7, but I'm going to be gracious.
There you go.
I'm just sitting here drinking my Spice Coke. But no, Cody, Louisville was a hot crowd last night. They really enjoyed it. And I'm only about three quarters of the way through. I haven't got through the whole show yet. But it was nice.
Where do they show Raw? Is that on Hulu?
What's that?
Do they show Raw on Hulu, or where do they show it after the fact?
I think Hulu has Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
I just record them on YouTube TV.
Yep, don't worry about it.
More than you're ever going to have. More than you'll ever have.
I forgot about money that you ain't never
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and answer that question. How much money do I have under my bed? The exact same amount of penis you have in your pants. None.
Damn.
That's how much I've got. The exact same amount of penis you have in your pants. 0. Because
the fact that has the word boss.
Because if I did have 1 million or 2 million or however much money it is under the bed, I know what the interest rate on that would bring every month, and I could live on just the interest alone, and live comfortably just on the interest. So, okay, so I can either live on the interest,
people apply for rental assistance,
and put it into some type of a fidelity account of some type, or I can get no interest, risk the house burning down and losing everything, or risk some dumb fuck breaking in and stealing it. Well,
there you go.
You got 4 dogs to go through. Unless you're in the hospital. Well, 7K is not 2.2 million. And the reason I had the 7K, being as you bring that up, I was using that for my financial advantage. I was looking for a new place to live. I was leaving my roommate's place, who was driving me fucking nuts. He begged me to move in with him to save money. Basically, maybe move in to save him money. He wasn't all concerned about me. And I was with him October, November, December. I went to the hospital. I said, I ain't going back. I told Chris, I ain't going back to that house. Find me a place. So I took $7,000 cash out, and we were negotiating me paying 6 months rent, maybe even a year's month's rent in advance. Because rent was far cheaper. Rent was far cheaper then. This is 2012.
Oh, wait.
And I said, if they will give me 2 or 3 months free rent, we will pay $7,000, $7,500 up front. And here's the cash. There's somebody out there that's going to take that deal. And sure enough, there was. And that was the reason I had that much, because landlords don't have a tendency to turn down $7,000 in cash.
No.
And I had still done very well on television, made a lot of gimmick money, and $7,000 cash wasn't that big of a fucking deal. Enough I didn't want to lose it, but if it was going to save me $2,000, $3,000 in renting, and just pay a year in advance, so that's why I had the money, because I was going to go landlord shopping when I got out of the hospital. I just didn't realize I was going to be in the hospital so long and have to get my heart shopped back into rhythm. So, all right, boy, I might be Billy
in the kennel, walking up and down, trying to look for a landlord.
Yeah, Billy, I might have to be eating my words here. You know what I'm going to do? I don't normally do this, but I'm going to call Mr. Kennedy. I'm going to call Mr. Kennedy.
Where the hell are you, sir?
And see how this goes.
Probably taking a nap.
I don't know.
Went to his son's baseball game and forgot.
Well, it's a night game if he did.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I'm still looking at daylight here, so
in a dome. Something's up, because he's not even answering his cell phone.
He may be on the toilet or something. You know, sometimes you just
for an hour.
Hey, you know,
he's not on the toilet for an
hour. Some people like to read.
Well, I'm going to leave Mr. King here. All right, there he is. So I do have his. Mr. Anderson, this is Kenny Bolin. It is 10:09 p.m. Eastern time. And the Coal Train. And I thought we were scheduled for 9 o'clock Eastern. And then I said, well, maybe he thinks 9 o'clock Central. And now you see what time it is. So we did a 1 hour and 8-minute pregame show waiting for you to get here. And we're hoping you're still coming. And I've left you messages on your Facebook account and your this number here. I won't give it over the show, I promise. So I hope you can still come because we've done a nice 1 hour and 8-minute pregame show waiting for you to come. I hope you still make it. I love you, my friend. And I'm sure you have a great reason if you don't make one up. I love you, buddy. Be good.
Oh shit!
Well, there we go, guys.
Tuesday.
I hate it. I hate it if Billy Sellers is going to be right. This is going to piss me off.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to.
That sounds like a good pitchman name, doesn't it? Billy Sellers.
Billy Sellers. I bet he don't show up. I'm going to look like a fucking idiot here. So at least I proved I do have his cell phone number.
Yes, there you go.
I got that much going for me.
I can verify you actually talked to Randy Orton.
you can verify that I spoke to Randy Orton. You can.
Yep.
And that was nice to hear from him. But when he said, unfortunately, I'm not there tonight, I didn't know what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet it's unfortunate he's not at SmackDown tonight. And I didn't know.
Smiling nod.
I didn't know till 4 o'clock this morning that they were in Louisville. So and it was later than that because I bring up and I realized I didn't see last week's SmackDown and I wanted to see the Christopher's favorite guy, AJ. I heard AJ. I hear AJ did a hell of a promo at the end of the night.
Oh, he pulled a Mark Henry from what I heard.
What's that?
He pulled a Mark Henry from what I heard.
Apparently, he
did. Suit and everything.
so I wanted to see it, and my criticism is that they told you 2 weeks ago this was not going to happen.
Oh yeah,
they told you, and they told you all night long, this is not going to be a retirement. He ain't a bit more. And then when they over milked it at the end, I don't know if you've seen it, but they over milked it at the end. Well, he probably thought that, but he knew that going into it.
And good night to you.
Yeah, he knew that going into it. And like I said, there's another one we were able to get rid of. So, and almost nobody saw it, especially if they're on Facebook or Twitter, they can't even see this. So,
that looks like a variation of a name that was up earlier too.
It's been they make as many of those accounts as they can because they're mentally ill, live with their mamas in their basement, not even allowed to live up on the upper level. They have to stay in the basement.
Oh, yeah, they got to go upstairs
because they don't provide anything. It looks like Ruby May's feeling a little better, but she still needs to get her ultrasound done to find out what all is going on there. And so 3 more minutes to that 10:15 thing happens.
That filled up the whole screen, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jason just Vmo'd a donation. Hope you continue the show. Your promos on these trolls are hilarious.
From Jason Turpin.
I wish they were only hilarious enough that he got a membership and watched every show.
Well, he did Venmo.
He did well. Let me go see what he did. We always like to announce all the donations on the show. I think they're hilarious. What did he donate? He donated $15, and that is his real name. That is his real name. So $15 from Jason Turpin. Thank you very much. And then TC from the NC did $10 and $5 the other day. And, of course, Nicole has done a total of $120 this week. So thank you, Nicole. It's very kind of you.
Yeah, so don't apologize about your wine excursion. You deserve that.
Q-Link Wireless is telling me they're confused because I haven't took their service yet. And I tried to tell you, stupid fucks. As soon as they unlock my phone, I will take your goddamn service. So I sound a little bit like Jerry Seinfeld there, didn't I? So thank you, Jason.
What is the deal?
That's the first time I've seen Jason. First time I've seen Jason's name in here, but thank you, Jason. We hope you become a member. You can be a member for only $3. Yep. And oh my God,
how long have you been watching, Jason? Just is this the first time?
How long have you been watching? It is killing me that it's looking like Billy Sellers is going to be
Pitchman Billy Sellers was correct.
God, Pitchman Billy Sellers. I bet he don't show up. I'm very anxious to hear what the excuses are going to be.
Oh, since Disco came on, he said. Okay, so that's been a few weeks.
Oh, okay, all right. As a matter of fact, I sent Disco a couple of messages over the past few days, and I have arranged to get Anthony Scaramucci on their show.
Oh,
By
nice.
the way, for those of anybody that would like to make a $60 donation, pay $5 shipping. I've got
Can
the
it be
autograph copy.
cumulative?
And you can only get those from me, by the way. You can only get those from me. Well, here, let me choose. He used a sticker on the second round of books that you could more easily see the autograph in.
Oh, yeah.
Even matches the book. You got to love that. So
That
I've got a
typical
few. I've got a few more. They're $30 unsigned on Amazon, and he sent me 18 of these to donate for $60 for whoever would like to have them to help feed our family. I explained to him that every $60 book feeds a family of 4 for 30 days, and he loved that concept.
Can it be a cumulative amount?
What's that now?
I said, can it be a cumulative amount?
Can it be? No, it cannot.
There was a bunch
If
of
I
people.
gotta go retroactive to everybody that's ever donated, I ain't got no books and I don't make no money.
Yeah, that's true.
So just so we clarify that.
That's true.
Some guy probably broke ass. Kenny, if I add up all my donations over 6 months, I think I got $60.
That's almost 60.
Oh, well, fuck. If you only call me an idiot, I'll probably send you one too. Being as you did the $60 over the course of several months.
You know, he has a little subliminal marketing there because that color is the color of Tiffany's boxes, which actually makes you think expensive.
No, I got the real reason. He says, Kenny, I saw your living room and I loved it.
Oh, that's
And
got to
I
be
thought
real.
and I thought my book would look so good up against your curtains.
Man, look at
So,
you. All that.
Yeah, there it
Oh,
is. Yeah.
God. All the
Yeah, there it is. So yeah, but no, that's the true reason is that he was enamored by the bedroom and the living room, and he says, "I just want to blend in with the living room and the bedroom and the bowling."
He wanted to be with the cool kids.
Billy Sellers, you fucker. He jinxed the whole thing.
That's what we're gonna say. It was the
Yeah, it's all Billy Sellers' fault.
Billy Sellers jinx.
I am not. I love Mr. Kennedy. He's one of my favorite people, and he's one of the ones that politically I line up with. He's frustrated. He's frustrated that people won't talk politics with him because they're scared to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
worry about it.
Yeah, there we go. I told you they'd be getting them in here tonight, but see, this is how stupid they are. They could just wait till he shows up, or remember the next time. They could, but so they're wasting them on the pregame show.
Mm-hmm.
And they're seen for a fraction of a second, and then they got to go make a whole nother account, another Gmail account, go through all the shit.
Blowing your wad before you even hit play on the porn.
It ain't over yet, Billy. I'm going to give him 2 more minutes.
Give him 2 and 2.
Hang on here. And then we'll decide what to do from here. If y'all want me to go, I'll go. I'm truly hurt, guys, because I was really looking forward to this. And
There could be a
my guess is that
emergency.
something has happened.
Yeah, that's just not like him.
Okay, Nicole. We're gonna do.
Finagling an extra 12 off.
We're gonna do 12 more minutes. That'll be a 90-minute show. No, we're gonna do 17 minutes.
Okay.
17, and if he shows up in 17 minutes, if he shows up in 17 minutes, then we'll stay here and we'll do a show. And if not, I'm sure he's got a good excuse. I'm just dying to hear what it is. So anything can happen. Kenny, I got a last minute booking in Calgary, Alberta. Yeah. Mark Cuba booked me. So and my dumbass my dumbass
Mark Henry's out of his contract with AEW, so he's completely free now.
Mark Henry.
Yeah. His contract
expired. It sounded like you said Mark Cuban's contract expired.
No. Mark Henry. No.
Mark Henry.
Yeah,
he is.
Tuesday, he's free.
Well, he is, and he knows he's welcome here. I mean, I've invited him enough. I've invited me. He knows I want to do his show, and they'll either invite me or they won't, or he'll either come here or he won't. I've invited him enough, and
tell him you got a co-host that wants to talk barbecue with him.
He might know of the heat between me and Bubba, and he just doesn't want to get and he just doesn't want to get in the middle of it because he's got to do shows with these ignorant fuckers every week.
Well, what if we promise not to bring Bubba up?
Well, I think he's scared that, and I'm just guessing, he might be scared Bubba's going to give him shit for doing my show because me and Rico have badmouthed him for what he's done many times, and I stick by it. I don't like people that do that.
He's a fake tough guy anyway.
Fake tough guy. Well, hell, Cornette said that. Not that Cornette could whip him, but Cornette did say that. Cornette said he would never stand up to anybody that would stand up to him, and Rico gave him every opportunity to fight him because he talked shit on Rico. Rico says, "Motherfucker, you name the time and place, and I'll be there." And there was never a time nor a place named.
Of course not.
Rico said, "Let me make it easy on you. You name the time and place that you can get to, and I'll meet you there." And that time and place was never named. So don't talk shit, because I have told little Jimmy Cornette anytime he wants to try to learn how to parallel park, come over here and whip my ass. I'll make it real easy. I'll even step out on the porch. I won't let the dogs out. I'll keep the dogs in. Anytime he can learn to parallel park and come on over here.
Have all the neighbors sitting on the porch watching it. He's trying to go back and forth.
Oh, by the way, for all you trolls that have been trying to get your shit in tonight, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, and you call me these names, any of you that wants to show a license and come in here and make your accusations better be able to prove it, because we will use your license. And if you make an accusation that you know is a fucking lie, and you know they are, or elsewise you'd be here, come on in here free of charge. I used to want to charge y'all $50 because I knew you couldn't afford it. But come on in here free of charge. Show a driver's license that matches your hideous face. That your mother will verify as you. Yep, that's the one that lives in my basement. That's him. Okay, all right. My baby. That's my little baby. He can't work. He's got the. Well, so many of them.
His mind's just different.
And those are because I don't want to make fun of anybody that's mentally retarded. And we got a couple of them, 3 of them. And I don't want to make fun of anybody that's got a disease and they think they have to have marijuana every day to get through life, or they just can't live. Because I guess there's people like that.
That's the blessing.
But that don't give you the right to lie on me.
No.
So if you got MS, I feel bad for you. I'm glad I don't have it. But if you got MS, I feel bad for you. But that don't give you the right to lie on me because you're a racist little cocksucker. You know? Are you a racist?
This is never an excuse to be an asshole.
Oh, well, you can't call me a racist. I got an Indian girlfriend. Well, I can call you a racist because you used to have an Indian girlfriend. She left you. I can call you a racist motherfucker because you brag about having migrant help that you underpay, allegedly, that you've told other people about. That some of the other trolls that have contacted me said you brag about this in private. And that you'd be terrified if your golf club knew how you treat migrants. And that you blow as much dope as you do. So, anytime you want to talk shit, son, I'm your huckleberry.
Like that just cannot.
I'm your huckleberry motherfucker.
Gotta tell somebody.
So yeah, so if you want to come in here and make some accusations, show a driver's license and make your accusations. I fucking dare any of you. You won't, because you know you're lying. You know you're full of shit. You're just butthurt because the king got rid of you. Every fucking one of you. I try not to give you too much attention. That's why I really don't even like to use your names. But you're proven little bitches. There's 80 some odd of you in here watching right now. I got to give the fans something because Mr. Kennedy is not. So I got to give you something. So, but yeah, the first one of you thought you were brave enough. And then Kenny, we researched the shit out of you through the encouragement of the Perth pussy, through the encouragement of the guy from England, through the encouragement of the broke ass one who tried to get your account shut down. And you got your account put back up in a day and a half.
All that effort
because I got rid of you. You're sick, mentally ill motherfuckers that need to get some help. Quit focusing so much time on me, who actually does good things for good people, and get some help for yourself, because I do feel sorry for you.
It seems like it's one step away from the I can't have you, nobody can.
My old buddy Jerry Lawler once said, I don't feel sorry for stupid people. and they qualify for that that description as well. How stupid
people don't know they're stupid,
because you have the opportunity to come in here and make your accusations free of charge. And then the one guy that was going to do it, I said, okay, well, let us talk with your attorney. Let's see what accusations you got. Well, the worst thing we could find on you is that you were evicted 4 times. No, I wasn't. I was evicted 9. Get your shit straight. Get your shit straight. Is that all you got? Well, he said, well, I contacted the Perth pussy, the broke one, the English one, and let them know, hey, man, if he had done something. And then they said that they had found that I'd written a bad check under the name of Kenny Bolin. I said, what year was this check written? And I think it was either the late 90s or early 2000s. And they named some city in Tennessee that I'd never been to. And I said, and apparently it had my social security number attached to it. And I said, well, there's just one problem with that. I said, everybody knew my name was supposed to be Bolin for many, many years. When I first got in wrestling, I started going by Bolin when my name was legally Rising. So there are people that could have got access to my social security number. And a lot of people knew that my real name should be Kenny Bolin, but I had to go through a legal process to get it changed. So somebody wrote a bad check in the name of Kenny Bolin in some obscure town in Tennessee that I had never been to. And I've been to a lot of obscure cities in Tennessee. This was not one of them. But the problem is that the check was either written in the late night, because this was part of what Broke Ass and the Pussy and the British indecisive one. We don't know what he is. We don't know what it is. They were doing everything they could to get this other guy to find dirt on me because he had the ability to do it. And through all the research and all, he says, I finally just, there's nothing on Kenny. Unless we want to talk about he got evicted 4 times. Let's talk about it. It wasn't 4, it was 9. How much money did I have to pay out of those? Well, you're only showing 4 evictions. There were 9. How much money do you show I paid? Oh, well, you never paid any. Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's because I won.
I winded the fight.
It still goes down as evict, because in the state of Kentucky, they can evict you for any reason. They can evict me because my hair ain't gray enough. Oh, yeah. I wish his hair were grayer.
That's like the right to work states. Like they can fire you just for looking.
They can fire you for any fucking reason they want.
Yep.
So any of you little mentally retarded, and I'm sorry that you're mentally retarded, but somebody in your home should get you some help. For those of you that have MS and can't work a real job, claim you're financial geniuses, but apparently you're not, based upon your chosen living quarters paid for by your father. I got your address, but I know the federal law. I will not reveal your address, but I do know where it is. So but you know my address. So, and you're such a financial genius, buy yourself a plane ticket, come over here to my porch. And if your bird legs think you can take me, come on. That goes for Cornette or anybody else who thinks they can whip my ass. The retarded one in Indiana, the retarded one in Mississippi, the retarded one in Southern Indiana. If any of you think you can whip my ass, you know where I'm at. Bring it on, little bitches. If you want to expose dirt on me, there's an extra window we can put you in. Show a driver's license. Let your mother verify it's you.
We can take up
and make your and make your accusations. And then what little bit you have, I will take. And you know it. And I'll take whatever your mother's got for allowing you access to the internet. Is what I'll do. So Kenny ain't going to do shit. No, Kenny ain't going to do shit because none of you are going to come on here and make your accusation.
Right.
So you're right. Kenny ain't going to do shit because you're all little chicken shit fucks. You're not going to do a thing. You're the one who ain't going to do anything. Because in order for me to do something, you have to present a driver's license, get permission from your mama to come on the show and make your accusation. And I've got 3 free attorneys. The broke one didn't think I can afford an attorney. He's right. I probably can't. But I got 3 of them that were more than happy to take this challenge on. We'll take whatever they got. And broke ass ain't got no money, but his daddy does. Mm-hmm. And shame on his daddy for giving him access to the golf club and the internet. That he just can't get over that I got rid of him. And still apparently can't. So you all know I'm telling you the truth. You all know. That's why you're here. So make your accusations, throw a driver's license, but they're not going to. You ain't going to do anything, Kenny. You're right. I'm not, because none of you are ever going to try that. One of you thought about it, and then after talking with his attorney, so, well, I didn't realize it could go that way. Yeah, you noticed he never showed, right? He never showed.
Of course not.
He had to, and he still has the opportunity. He can come in here tomorrow if he wants. I'll schedule him in here if he wants to make his act, but he opted not. So let's make sure you understand what you're getting into. You can say anything you want, but you better fucking be able to prove it. Because if you can't, and you can't, he said, well, Kenny, that's all I got, is that you were evicted 4 times. Because I had a civil conversation with him, and he told me who put him up to it. The Perth pussy, who's too big of a chicken shit to do anything. The broke ass one in California, who's too fucking big of a chicken shit to do anything. And then the thing from Ohio by way of England, too big of a chicken shit to do anything about it.
You know,
Oh, don't you worry about me riling them up, because nothing would make my day anymore. Because no, I can't run anybody down. My knees and my back are pretty rough. One thing I can do at 64 years of age and the shape I'm in now, I can take you down, and I know who I can whip and who I can't. If the Perth pussy, the thing from England, and the broke one from California, all 3 showed up on my steps, I would not need any help. They are all 3 that big of a pussy. They're all welcome. They're all welcome. And if they just want to show up with bare knuckles and think they can take me down, I can assure you they can. As a matter of fact, the broke one from California and the thing from Ohio would only fuck it up for the other one. Because whatever he could do, they would get in the way and fuck it up. That's how big a pussy. These are the 2 that Cornette can whip.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I can do is evaluate who can get their ass whipped and who can't. I mean, I've been around it my whole life.
Right.
I also explained to people that Bobby Lashley wasn't going to be whipped by anybody in Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, and no one did. There were 2 or 3 that tried that thought they could, and it didn't go well. I won't reveal their names. I got nothing to calm down about. Do I sound like I'm outraged? Do I sound like I'm outraged, Billy? So I'm only outraged that you were fucking right. That's all I'm outraged about. That I'm mad about. All right. So it is 10:31. We're going 4 more minutes, folks. The donations absolutely sucked. Thank for those of you that did. I appreciate you. We had $15 from Jason.
Jason Turpin.
$25 from John Paul. So that's and then seemed like we had one more.
Nicole, it ain't Scooby they got to worry about. It's Choco.
Choco goes for the balls.
Yeah, that's
Choco goes for the balls.
That's an instant win.
Service, you got money 15, 25, 15, and 10. So no, we didn't do very much. I still thought you got a pretty good show, even though Mr. Kennedy did not show up. I'm gonna check.
I hope you're okay, Mr. Kennedy Anderson. See, only a couple of seconds you didn't get to be seen. Too bad, bitch. You know, and all you guys that are, trying to get your shit in, I'm watching the screens. So the second you come up, I'm getting rid of you, so nobody's gonna see your bullshit.
Okay. I just got the reason why Mr. Anderson was not able to show up, and I've been told to keep it private. So that's what I'm going to do. Right. They've apologized for getting with me late. Thank you very much, and I will honor your wishes, and I really appreciate it, and thank you. Okay. So, yeah. So I will honor their wishes. I was told to keep it private, and I will. And we will reschedule. And,
but
I certainly understand why they couldn't come. So
I figured
we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I was asked to keep it private, so please don't ask me what it was, because I can't tell you. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
What was it?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting on it. Yeah, well, I had a feeling that was the case.
It's Mr.
And,
Hazelwood. Mr.
well-
Hazelton.
Well, we might have a bonus. Come on in, Bob. I mean, you're here. So come on in, Bobby Bob.
Well, I
There he
thought the
is.
show was just about over. So
Yeah, well, you thought it was.
Then I
Oops.
I could come in and wrap up.
I see
We
you
only
had a
had
busy
three-
troll night tonight.
Oh,
we
man.
Well, that was intentional because I figured it'd be a great night to clean those out, and so I got to address a few of them, and more time.
More time.
Well, Bob's here, and
Bonus lobby time.
we would like more donations, is what we'd
Send
like.
them.
Romulu's in the house. Maybe Romulu would donate a little something.
Don't
So,
call it sudden death.
so we'll give you a little more time. I feel good tonight. I was really hoping, but no, but he's got a legitimate reason not to be here. I've been told to keep it private, so that's what we're doing, and I have been told that we will get this rescheduled. So I said I wasn't going to reschedule it, but I guess I am. So
Well, I mean, when it's circumstances that are beyond control.
Yeah, it's
I just appreciate getting the text message from a third party.
Yeah.
And explain to me what was going on, and so totally understandable. What were those donations again? Let me go through and acknowledge who did bother to donate. 25 of it was from John Paul, and so let's go through here and get these once again. Make sure. Oh, that's why I'm having trouble reading. The wrong glasses.
There's actually a short delay between the time that we see them in StreamYard and the time they pop up on YouTube. So since Jason's watching them on YouTube, he sees them instantly. And so by the 3 or 4 seconds later that they would show up in StreamYard, he's already on top of it. So
these are tinted. These are tinted readers, but at least I can read it.
They look pretty good.
What's that?
They look pretty good.
Yeah, I got these a long time. I got 2 pair of them, and the other pair is in my thing here. These are 2.5 readers, and they're good for my phone. My phone's crystal clear, and
I think driving around in my little car, I need to get a pair of aviators. Goodbye.
Well, I drive in these. Yeah, the bosses have all been busy today. I wonder who they are.
There's like 4 bosses.
Yeah,
No,
they've been-
there's like
boss.
a boss.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's what he's saying. So, but hey, keep burning them. Y'all are welcome to come in here with a driver's license. I noticed none of you are lining up to do that, you chicken shit little fucks. So the first donation of the night was, well, I did this wrong, so let's try it again. The first donation of the night was Daniel Lemley with $15. Second donation of the night was John Paul with $25. And remember, we're trying to raise $50 just for an ultrasound alone. Cheska needs a phone to start college with. She has no phone at all. She got through her entire senior year of high school borrowing neighbors' phones and whatever relatives that would be kind enough to let her use one. She's never had one. We had helped her a couple times. She didn't want to ask for a phone. It's $70. So we've got the ultrasound covered. Now we're working on trying to raise, and I'll hang around here another 20 minutes if Bob doesn't mind. And if we could raise enough money to help her get that phone, because she wants to start college, but she ain't going to be able to do it without a phone. And plus, I'm going to have to raise money to send her back to Manila because she's being kicked out of the place she lives in now because her mother wants her privacy. Yeah.
Jeez.
Mom
wants her privacy. You're 18. You can make it on your own now.
Come on,
So
Mom. I know what we're talking about.
Thanks, Mom. So she says she's got lots of family in Manila that will let her stay there and go to college there if she can just get there. And it's probably roughly $50 to get her there. I think that's what she told me. I will verify that. That doesn't need to be done for a couple of weeks. I told her to give me a couple of weeks, worst case scenario, to raise the money for the phone because I knew we had shit to address tonight. We also have to finish off the payment of Hart's house. We got the electric in the process of being turned back on. We got half the house paid for. We have half a payment left. We have Eunice's situation that I did not know we were going to have to fix the roof. So I did send them enough money to get the materials for the roof. We still need to pay for the labor. That is 3 people, 700 pesos for 2 days work, maybe 3 days work. And then the other half of the house, to be paid for by, I think I might owe that tomorrow. Oh well. So don't line up to help everybody. Not all 80 of you.
Don't stumble over yourselves.
Yeah. Don't trip over yourselves to donate. If everybody, there's 80 people watching the show right now. If everybody donated $5, that is more than enough money to take care of everybody's needs. If everybody donated $5, even you trolls, surely you trolls have had $5 worth of fun tonight.
You guys, the last comment they got deleted was, "I'll pay if you could keep your word." And listen, you want it?
Jesus Christ.
Hey. No. Leave that up. Leave that up. Leave that up. Leave that up. That is not what I said, you lying fuck. Because I specifically said I don't want anybody to buy those tickets. My money goes to help these people. I'm not going to spend what it costs to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire and Lionel Richie in a couple of days when I could feed a lot of people. What I specifically asked, and it's on my Facebook page, you lying fuck, and then we'll block you. I specifically said, I don't want anybody to buy these tickets. Please don't do that. I would rather you donate to my charity. What I want is one of my connections, like Don G at Wave 3, who I've known for years, who went to the last 2 Earth, Wind, and Fire concerts with me. If you or someone in radio or television can get comp tickets for me to sit on the concourse, I'm not taking up any seats. I will be sitting in a wheelchair on the concourse for me and probably my son to take me. And he could give less than 2 shits about seeing Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire. He would be taking me. So that's what I asked for, you lying fuck.
And now you're gone.
Yeah, and now you're gone. So you're a lying fuck, and you can read it on my Facebook page. I specifically said, don't anybody buy me these tickets. Bob, did you read it?
I did see that.
Well, you can. It's there.
It's there.
I specifically said, do not buy me these tickets.
Say hello to your wife there, buddy. By the way, every one of these band accounts were all made on May 24th.
Every one of them.
Oh, yeah. Mass manufactured.
I wonder who. And so if you're going to be a lying douchebag,
fucking pathetic.
Because anybody can go to my Facebook page and read, yes, I was looking for comp tickets, not to take up someone's great ticket on the lower level, to sit on the concourse the way I did the last time I went. I turned down free tickets in the lower level through an attorney's office. I said, no, I can sit on the concourse. I can sit one level up, not take up anybody's seats. Yep. Me and Maya went and had a great time. Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago. So I specifically said, I do not want anybody to buy these tickets. You can go read it right now. I'm sure it's up there. Go in to answer the challenge. At least that's $50 to a good cause. I'll pledge. Well, thank you very much, sweetie. And like I said, she donated $120 this week. She doesn't have to challenge anybody.
She's got a heart, that girl.
So anybody that has access to my Facebook page to prove what lying little shitbags these people are, it specifically says in there, do not buy me any tickets. I don't want anybody to buy these. If you are connected with me through my Facebook page and you're a Don G, a Terry Miners, someone in radio or television
who post these comments can't read your Facebook page because they're blocked.
Well, that might be part of it. But apparently somebody read it to them because that's the only place I made that post was Facebook. Because that's where most of my connections in the media are. Don G at Wave 3, Terry Miners at WHAS 11. And I haven't read that post in a couple of days, so I don't know if anyone offered to help or not. The concert is the 11th, a couple of days away. But this is to tell you, this is the Republican way. We will say it, we will lie about it, and hope stupid people believe it. They're hoping that stupid people believed what he or it just posted. He, it, or she. Those are the 3 options. Mm-hmm. We have a pussy in Australia. We have an it in Ohio. We have the thing in San Francisco or near there, San Jose, who can't get over that we got rid of them. So if you're going to post something, if it's true, we'll post it right here. But I posted yours because it's an obvious fucking lie. Because anybody can go to Facebook and read what it says. Do not buy me these tickets. I would rather the money go to help feed these people. the money that you sick motherfuckers refuse to donate because you no longer get your attention. See, I love the people in here that donate that aren't searching for attention. They donate because they give a fuck, because they care. And if you're watching this show and you only donate for the fucking attention like these guys used to do, everybody I got rid of used to donate lots of money except for the broke one. That's why we nicknamed him Broke Ass. He always bragged about how rich he was. We did some research and it turned out he was. The people that he motivated to research me researched him. And they found out the only person lying was him. It wasn't me. Isn't that the Trump way? Oh, by the way, he's a big Ron DeSantis supporter. Oh, yeah. Who does DeSantis blow? Donald Trump. So birds of a feather. So there we go. So I had to give you guys something tonight. Trust me, Mr. Anderson had a good reason not to be here tonight. We'll leave it at that. And whatever he wants to discuss when he comes on the show is up to him. But I was asked to keep it private, so don't even ask me after the show, because they didn't say, well, after the show, tell anybody that wants to know. So after the show, I still can't tell you. So there we go. What time? 10:45. So she has pledged $50 for Friday, being as we're going to hang around here an extra 15 minutes at her request. And but it would be if we could raise $70 in the next 15 or 20 minutes, so I could surprise Cheska tonight and say, hey, go get your phone. That would be great. That would be great. Let's see here. Looks like Jason has tried to send me a message somewhere. If it'll only fucking load. Bob, what do you think of my free Google 8 phone that I was told I'd never get? You don't take on the tower. Well, you don't take on the tower, the AT&T tower. Nobody wins that.
People need to learn that telling Kenny Bolin he can't do something is
gets it done faster.
Guaranteed he's going to double down his
effort. One of the people that told me I could not defeat the tower was my son. And and after about an hour's worth of phone calls through 3 representatives, I said, well, son, I have some bad news. And then I told him the bad news about his phone. Bad news, it was the news he told me I was going to get. And then I told him about the good news. Well, and here's some more bad news. AT&T says that I owe a little over $800 on my phone before they'll unlock it. Now, are you ready for the good news? Well, the good news says, for being as I got lied to over and over again by their representatives at Costco, you owe us nothing and we're unlocking your phone on Monday. Holy shit. Yeah. I like it. So this phone is now free.
Yeah. Well,
Google 8 Pro.
For a company like AT&T.
Stephen McKellen donated another $6 on Cash App, by the way. And Coltrane's friend, I didn't know he had any, donated $10.
Fast and Furious.
There we go. I think I also specifically told Bob not to buy me those tickets because Bob is such a sweet guy that he might have offered. And I made it clear, Bob, if I don't get them free, I ain't going. Do not, because I would much rather. And I swear this on my mother's grave. She doesn't have one.
Delusion you guys live under that I'm paying any kind of shit whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
like I offered to buy Kenny's dentures. Right? Yeah, and that's true. I used some money from that I got from my wife's life.
And you were not doing. And I remember what you said in that message. Kenny, we haven't interacted with each other in a long time. My wife would want me to do this for you. That's exactly what you wrote me.
There was some life insurance money I'd gotten after my wife passed away, and I took care of bills, and I had some extra money left over, and I said, okay, well, let me do something nice for somebody.
Yeah. And he knew I was looking to get my teeth done.
That's really been it. I mean,
then we had some car problems, and I even got Bob's permission. I said, well, Bob, I can get my teeth fixed, but I'll make it, or we can get the car fixed. Kenny, fix the fucking car. So that's what we did. And I still to this day have not replaced my teeth, but I'm trying to get motivated to get down there and maybe have some type of a payment program or something. And
doesn't affect your speech.
But that's how far their memories go back. Bob, how many years ago has that been?
At least 4 years.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Yeah.
Or right at the beginning.
Right after my wife died. My wife died in August of 2019. So it would have been probably November or
Oh,
December
5
of
years.
2019.
Yeah, it's damn near 5 years. And people are worried that Bob had some extra money left over and wanted to do something nice for somebody. But I remember the email he sent me. He says, Kenny, my wife would want me to do
They
this.
act like I pay your rent every fucking month.
Would
No.
you?
And let's say you did. Who gives a shit?
And who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Fucking mate, right?
I mean, if you make a certain amount of money and you're comfortable and it doesn't hurt you, who gives a fuck?
If
where
I
you spend
had
your money?
Scaramucci money, Kenny, you'd have a nice place to live.
Scaramucci,
you wouldn't pay for
Scaramucci
what
should be paying my rent every month because you know why? Because he'd never miss it. He'd never miss it. I know what he's paying on Madison Avenue. Hey, Mooch, they just raised your rent $833. I don't give a fuck.
If he took the amount of interest he earned,
what am I going to do? Pack my shit and move next door because they raised my rent $833?
And this is not an attack on Mooch because he does do a lot of good work for a lot of places.
He certainly does.
Guys like Mooch, guys like Cuban, they make more money in interest in a day than most of us make in a month, and that's just they have.
If not, then some of us make in a year.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, some of us they're getting more. They're getting more money in interest in a day than some of us get in a year. Because there's some of us out there that are lucky to make 20 grand a year. My Social Security check is under 12,000 a year. I guarantee you, Mooch and Cuban both are getting more than 12 grand a day in interest. Donald Trump's interest every month on the money he owes for being a
that doesn't count.
Last I heard, it's $138,000.
Hello, Mango.
A month.
Hey, Mango.
The tiny, sexy dancer, I've named her, the girl that won't age, the girl that will not age.
Yes, she's been 23 for like the last 17 years.
She's been or 13.
God. Oh, for good fucking sake!
Kenny paid for.
I don't even.
Let me guess. The same date. Yes, Bob paid me $6,000 because Bob's not smart. He just kept paying and paying. Bob, I think you're due for your fourth payment on my dentures here pretty soon. That's what I mean, people.
You're a fucking moron.
My car note due to, by the way.
You're late. That's what I mean. These people are so fucking stupid that they think you're as stupid as they are. And
it's because they can't think beyond that realm.
They cannot think beyond stupidity. They can't do it. They can't process it.
So do you use the same password on every account, moron, or do you just
probably so? Can you imagine they came up with different passwords on every?
1, 2, 3.
They did not.
1, 2, 3. Now it's like password 14,600.
It's I blow Kenny 6969. That's their password. I guarantee you.
How are you, Bangs and Sweetie? So now.
Who's Sweetie?
Obviously, I'm Bangs. That's been my nickname forever, Bobby Bangs.
And obviously,
I don't have Bangs, but that's okay.
Obviously, let me do this right. And obviously, I'm Sweetie.
So poor Jason. That's okay, Mango. Jason doesn't have feelings.
Well, Jason's a married man. What do you want her to do? Fuck everybody for crying out loud. Well, okay.
Popular, right?
Some of the trolls probably do. Some of them probably do. But no, I've seen her last batch of dance videos, man. She is number one, ain't aged a day, and I've known JB for quite some time. Not Johnny Bench, but Jennifer Benitez. I haven't heard much from your daughter lately. Is she a senior this year or a junior? I think she's a junior. I think she's going into her senior year.
Videos is every single time we play one, we get copyright hits.
That's why we can't play your videos so much anymore.
Because of what they're playing.
All your shit's copyrighted.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to raise money for Cheska's phone. Let's see if any of you were kind enough to help. It's not looking good, Bob. I'm looking. Nope, just Stephen McClellan sent the $6. He wanted that to go towards the ultrasound.
Well,
I had a great conversation with Monyette today from North Carolina, Monyette. I said, I love unique names. I loved names I've never heard. I said, that's one I've never heard. She was from North Carolina, and her name was Monyette. She took care of me on a couple of perishable items. I said, I don't want to jeopardize getting my account shut down. Oh, and Jaded Entertainment those folks have sent $15.
Parlay
That's not parlay. That's not parlay.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
You'll wait. When's the last? When is the last parlay you hit?
Actually, last night for $5, I got like 120.
That ain't bad. Ain't bad. That's a good investment on your $5.
Yeah.
By the way, even though she pledged to do $50 on Thursday, she Nasty Nicole, Naughty Nicole, not Nasty Nicole. Just the husband probably doesn't like that name. Let's go with Naughty Nicole.
There you go.
So she has donated another $15.
Jeez.
And
how much is he? Damn.
Yeah, $15 from Nicole. She matched your 15, Jaded.
Nice.
So there's almost half the money for the cell phone between Nicole and you. That's 30. So we need $40 more, and we can get her phone for college.
Okay, so there's 80 of y'all, 83, 50 cents.
I'm proud of Mango. She's graduated her class, and Mango is now in that neighborhood of it's not big money in America, but in the Philippines it is.
Dr. Mango.
And she basically lives for free, but she does have to pay for her food and some of her transportation. Just eat a lot. Just raid somebody's watermelon patch or something and eat a lot of free watermelon. Very low calorie. You know, I haven't had watermelon in a long time other than a watermelon flavored drink.
So, Francois, why don't you post? Why isn't Bob going to buy you some watermelon now?
Bob, would you buy me a $6 watermelon, Bob? Would you do that for me?
Let me buy
if you can afford it. Now, if you can't afford the $6 watermelon, then I would like you not to do that. The troll made me so angry. No, it's not hate, honey. It's not hate they have. It's extreme jealousy that you all have access. You all get to make comments. You're getting the attention and kind words they don't get no more because I told them all to take their money and shove it up their ass. For the broke-ass Barkley background scenario, he donated $40 the week I got rid of him. But what did I do, Bob? I kept his membership open. Mm-hmm. He was welcome to comment, but he was too big of a chicken shit to do so. But I didn't cancel his membership. He had made his donations, and I kept his membership open. Like a chicken shit, he didn't say anything because he was butthurt because he knew he was gone. And I said, once your membership is up, we're not going to renew it because you're a racist little fucker. And we got rid of him.
Nearly everyone that you've gotten rid of has been given the option
to come back.
Or I'm getting rid of you. You know, here's
or even start over. In many cases, we didn't even ask for an apology. Start over and act like you got some sense.
Right.
And every fucking time, none of them could do it. Not a one of them because they are natural born trolls. And I'm going to tell you a little background secret that Bob might not want me to reveal, but I'm going to reveal it. Bob said all along that the broke ass was a troll in development. He wants to be a troll so bad. That's why he donates the absolute minimum he can get by with. He's like that other fucker we had that would bitch that and donated his, what was his name? The one that some people were obsessed with, the guy that we got was in prison. Yeah. And that was the thing. But Bob predicted early on he was a troll in development, and he was. And I kind of agreed with him. I said, well, as long as he don't go too far, if he's going to donate $25 here and there, hey, every time he sends $50, it feeds a family, you know. And if he wants to blow Ron DeSantis, who is a anti-Semite, by the way, even though you claim you really are proud of your Jewish heritage, you worship an anti-Semite. Donald Trump is an anti-Semite until he thinks he needs their vote. Exactly. Donald Trump hates black people till he needs their vote. He had 3 men, not in the final 4, but he had 3 men in the final 8 that were black. Do you think it's because Donald Trump loves black men? No. He was thinking that if I put Ben Cartwright Carson or this stupid fuck, oh my God.
Herman Cain.
Oh gosh.
No, Herman Cain was not in consideration. It
was one of the
Gummy Tim Scott.
Tim Scott, yeah.
Gummy Tim Scott, who I'm telling you, Tim Scott might be engaged to somebody, and if he is, it's Lindsey Graham. That's who Tim Scott's engaged to. And nothing to be wrong with.
So Dr. Dr. Ben Carson, who is he's a children's surgeon, right?
A very, very sleepy doctor. I don't want him operating on me because he's never.
He looked like he might fall asleep halfway through.
Sleepy Joe Biden would look at him and say, "Wake up, motherfucker."
He went on record claiming that the pyramids in the Philippines, in Egypt, pyramids in the Philippines, pyramids in
not
Egypt,
the pyramids in the Philippines. Those are quite
those
legit.
those were built for totally different reasons.
Those were the good ones.
The pyramids in Egypt were built to house grain based on the biblical story of Joseph going to Egypt, becoming a leader, saving grain, had a vision there would be years of plenty and years of famine. And so they saved grain during the years of plenty.
Sounds legit to me.
Sounds
Was there a porthole in the top to pump the grain in with?
If you're going to build a granary, one, you don't build it out of solid stone. You kind of make it empty in this inside instead
that would help.
You don't.
You may have educated me because I didn't know if the pyramids were solid or hollow.
They are mostly solid. There are a few tunnels in them.
Let me tell you what I do know. It is very hard to get grain into solid concrete. You don't get much.
Well, it's not concrete. There's limestone mostly. But it is hard to get grain.
Any variation of rock or hard substance, it's hard to get grain into that. Yeah.
If
the thing was made out of milk chocolate, it would be hard to get grain stored in.
Unless it's rice, and then you can get like.
Not that I wouldn't go over and gnaw on that motherfucker every day.
That's supposed to be delicious.
I mean, I'd be right there. I'm a Hershey bar eating motherfucker. I'll just tell you that right now.
There you go.
How you doing, Zach Bonifer? You got here late. For those of you getting here later, do not know. Mr. Kennedy was not able to make it. He had or Mr. Anderson, he had a very legit reason. He said he wanted to keep it private, and we will honor those wishes. And that was from a third party that contacted me to let me know what was going on. And so we will keep that private. If he ever makes that public, that will be up to him to do so. But very legit reason. And I apologize because this is twice we've scheduled him, and he's our most popular guest. Out of the last year or two. People love it when he's on, and I really apologize that we didn't. I think we gave you a pretty good show regardless of the donations. And what are we, Bob? Short? We're $40 shy of being able to get Cheska. Do we have a picture of Cheska? Let's show who we're trying to help. We got 80 people still watching at 11 o'clock at night.
Wow. Oh, let's see. Cheska.
Anybody out there want to call me an idiot?
This is Cheska and her bowling girl shirt.
That's her in her bowling girl shirt, and but we have the stewardess pictures. Do we?
I am looking.
Oh, we better have the stewardess pictures.
I'm looking
because
a lot of pictures to go.
Don't piss me off, Bob. Now you ruined the pyramids for me.
Just be careful.
Very horny.
You'll be cursed.
Cursed all of you. Don't curse me.
We do not have the stewardess pictures up because we put a bunch of pictures of poor Ruby.
Little sick Ruby needs an ultrasound. Now God damn, the world's biggest bug just flew on top of Ruby's head on my screen. Poor little Ruby May. She's apparently being she's trying to put on a happy face, and that's Heart and Delos. That's her mom. That's a big bug. You need to go. I mean, you can see in her eyes she's trying, but she's got a damn IV in her arm, and then she had wins. We did get her medications and her fruits and vegetables yesterday. They sent me a picture of the fruits and vegetables look pretty good, by the way. I'll throw that out there. But that's little Ruby May that needed to get her ultrasound done. I'm going to get them that money right after the show. Cheska, if you can upload one of the stewardess pictures, I want them to see what Cheska really looks like in her college getup or about to be. And we need to help her move back to Manila. That's probably going to be $40 or $50. But I said, we can't send you to Manila with no phone. You got to be able to communicate with these people. You got to know where to go. They got to know where to pick you up at. And it's like a 2-day trip to get her there. And so let's get you the phone first. And then we will get you back to Manila to where you have a free place to stay.
For like 400 TikTok messages. I'm looking.
Yeah, I pretended it very well. COVID hit and I didn't get to go. So, yeah, I pretended it very well, dumb fuck. Boy, they're getting their shit in tonight, aren't they? Well, but the great thing is now they got to make new ones. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and y'all fell for it. Y'all thought I was moving. I'll be damned. Even my girlfriend at the time thought I was moving.
Yeah,
Fooled her.
I was.
Fooled
I
her.
thought Bobby had it.
You remember when you pretended you was moving to the Philippines? Yeah. If my green screen had been better, you meddling kids would have never figured it out. Well, there's Kenny. There's Kenny right on Calbiog Beach. Fooled us all. Fooled us all. Give me just one. I'm gonna go look at something. Give me just a minute. Let me see what I can do.
All right.
I don't think this is gonna work, but what do we have? Well, dadgummit. I'm headless in India. I'm headless in India is where I am. Hi there. Just popped into India here real quick. Did I fool everybody? I'm pretending I'm in India. I'm in Bombay. That's the Taj Mahal for those of y'all that don't know. That's the Taj Mahal. So, yet now, if I had my lighting stronger and a green screen behind me, that'd fool everybody, wouldn't you think?
So that would be a good name for an Indian wrestler. He could be Raj Mahal.
Raj Mahal, that would be pretty good. Let me go back. What other options do I have? That's the Taj Mahal. Oh, here we go. This is actually in Manila. There we go. Yeah, I made it. I moved. Oh, hey, water, stop the water. There we go. The water has stopped at my request. I'm the Moses of podcasting.
I'm surprised that you honestly knew that Moses was the one that parted the sea.
Yeah,
I think it was Jeopardy once.
I froze the seas. What I did, and in a very hot country, I just froze that bitch. There you go. What other options do I have here? How many of these? Okay. Captain Kirk, beam me back to my house. There we go. There I'm back from my house. Captain Kirk, Sulu, send me to the White House. There we go. Yeah, President Bowen. Well, yeah, it's easy to get outside the White House, Kenny. Can you get in it? I fucking sure can. There we go, baby. Woo! The Resolute desk. Fuck you, bitches. I'm gonna fuck all of you up. There we go. Kenny, can you go anywhere in the world? I don't know. Where do you want me to go? There's two of me.
Scotty, beam me somewhere.
Kenny, can you take Eileen Cannon's place as judge down in Florida? Fuck yeah, I can. I can take that bitch's place. Kenny, can we see what your furniture looks like without all the covers on it? Why, sure, we can do that. Yeah, there you go. We can do that. Kenny, can you play the piano? Well, I own one. I just don't know how to play it. My people play my piano. There we go. I'm just going to leave that one up. If my head disappears, then please excuse me. Please excuse me. Nice jersey. Well, I'm looking for nice donations. We're trying to raise $40 more to get this kid's cell phone. If any 8 of you donated $5, that would solve the problem. If any of you cancel,
take it out of the 5th time I bought your dentures, Kenny.
There you go.
It was only 4.
If everybody did 50 cents, we'd be there.
All right. If everybody did 50 cents, because we got 83 of you in here this week. Quite a few of you are trolls, I know, scared to death to say anything because you know what'll happen. So, well, Bobby,
I am looking.
I tried.
Yeah,
I tried, Bobby.
You did.
2 more minutes. We'll see if anybody wants to help the kid get her phone. Mango sent me. Oh shit! Mango sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. Little Mango.
I'll keep you busy for a while, Kenny.
Yeah, well.
Or a couple
Ruby,
minutes anyway.
Ruby told me she misses you. I miss her too, but the good news is we raised enough money to get her ultrasound, and I will be sending that right after the show. And then I'm going to pretend I live in the Philippines.
Just for shits and giggles.
There we go. Let's see. TC from the NC looks like the amount might have gone down with it. TC from the NC has sent $10, so we're down to $30.
Nice.
$30 more. And Nicole, no more from you. We will wait for your pledge on Thursday. But I'm trying to raise enough here to where we can use the pledge towards helping out with Eunice's and Hart Delos's house, Ruby May's house. I would love to get this. What's the word I'm hunting for? Cheska's cell phone situation taken care of, because sometimes we go 5, 6, 7, 8 days without hearing from her because she doesn't have access to a phone. And she's really wanting to go to college. She's got family in Manila that will help her. So if we can get her moved to Manila and give her a phone to where she can do her schoolwork, we'll be good. Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. You got to admit that. Pretty good at it. Boy, we've gotten to unload a few of them tonight, haven't we? But that's good. But leave them up, because that way more of them we get rid of. And so that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, there's not a one of them that'll show a license and come in here and make any accusations, because they know better.
You keep farting them out, we'll keep batting them out.
Been around for a while. That account's been around since January 2016.
Tyler, you'll have to back this up, and you were going to miss Mr. Kennedy anyway, because he would have been long gone by now. But yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason that he wasn't able to come here tonight. But there is a 3 strikes you're out rule, regardless of your reason, because then it gets to be on me. It's like I caused all this. Don't book yourself on bowling show. Something bad will happen. So yeah, we don't need that. So
well, now the first time it was something bad. He did get a.
Yeah, he got booked in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he got booked at least.
Yeah. Kenny, I forgot I took a booking in Puerto Rico. Well, I don't blame you. I would have too. So good looking piano. You got
oh shit! I got to Puerto Rico.
Plenty of singing for all my Filipino girlfriends. I could probably get 7,500 girls on that, wouldn't you think? I mean, if they all snug in tight together, you know.
Yeah, if you Tetris.
Put a couple of them over on the piano. We'll close the lid. 2 or 3 of them sit on top of the piano. Got the bench. Be like the Dick Van. One of my comments I'd like to make about the Dick Van Dyke Show. There's an episode where Freddie Blassie dances on the Dick Van Dyke Show,
where they did the twizzle.
The twizzle. They did the twizzle, and the world champion Freddie Blassie gets out there and does some dancing. The thing I loved about the Dick Van Dyke Show is that they lived in New Rochelle, New York, and he'd come home and I inspired my fathership to my son, not the courtship of Eddie's father, but I wanted to be a father like Dick Van Dyke. I never had a dad like that. I never had a dad that came in that was happy to see me every day. And if you'll remember, every day he had a little surprise for Ricky.
Yep.
Was it Richie or Ricky?
Richie.
Little Richie.
Yep.
Little Richie.
Yeah,
and
Little Richie was on Lucille.
That was Lucille.
Or washable tattoos or a gumball. Every day he brought a little surprise home for his son, and that's how I used to treat Chris when I'd come home from Humana. When Chris was old enough to get excited about Daddy coming home, I remember when Chris was 2 years old. I would always stay up late. Gabrielle was never much for staying up late. She'd go to bed early because she had to work at the hospital early in the morning. I would watch Chris till she got home, and I would go sales calls at night. So it was nothing at 1 or 2 in the morning in Atlanta for me to be watching Rawhide on Atlanta TV.
Oh, yeah.
And Christopher would wake up, and I would hear Dada from the bedroom, and I'd go get him, and he'd hold his arms out, and he'd have Bert in one hand, Ernie in the other. Those were his 2 favorite stuffed toys. And Bob, do your thing there. Yeah, he really should. He really should. We'll work on that. We appreciate
and they're not even original. Some of these names are just alike.
No, they're mentally retarded. Coltrane. Quit trying to give them credit for having functioning brain. They're mentally retarded.
I try to think like a normal person.
Try to put your head into the mindset of mental retardation if you can. It's easy. We get plenty of examples over here, and I'm not criticizing them for being mentally retarded. Is that they won't get any fucking help. Their parents won't help them. They're hostages that they live with. Some of them are married and don't work. Some of them are married and do not work. They have their wives work while they stay at home and sell their mental illness, and that's what they do. We got a couple of them across the river that do that. Apparently, the girl out in California, the Indian girl, got tired of the shit she was putting up with, so she moved on. And but yeah, this. It just tells you how mentally ill and how stupid they are. I'm glad they're in here tonight. They're helping me out. They're helping me prove my case, because there ain't a fucking
out.
show up in here and make an accusation. Not a one of them. They're welcome to do so. No money, no charge. Just show a driver's license, a note from your mama that says you can come in here and that you got access to the internet for at least 15 minutes to make your accusation. And then we'll go from there. But you won't do it because you're chicken shits and you're stupid. That's what you are. So, and somebody says, well, oh, they hate it when you cut promos on. No, they love it.
They love it when you.
This is the closest thing to any attention that
their pants get tight as hell when
for smart people. I'm trying to educate smart people. If they truly believe this shit or had anything, they would be here, because they would look like the god that brought down Kenny Bolin. And it's like Joe Biden. They've been investigating me for about 7 years, and they got nothing. And unlike a certain president that refused to testify under oath, come in here and make your charges. I'll be happy to answer any fucking thing you got. But you won't. There's two things that won't happen. Donald Trump is never going to testify under oath because, well, there's perjury.
I want to testify, but they'll take anything that you say that's a lie and turn it into perjury.
Yeah, they said, the Daily Show pointed out, they said, you know how he steps out of the courtroom and he makes all these outlandish charges and all these outrageous things he'll say about the judge and the judge's family and the witnesses and all this shit, and claims this is a lie, this is a lie. All he's got to do is go 18 feet to the right, step up on that little thing, put your hand on that thing that'll burn your hand, and you could say all those same things.
I held one of those once upside down.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Well, I know why you did that. I've done a little research into that. If you hold the Bible upside down, it will not burn you.
Is that
so he knew the trick.
That's like the antidote.
Yeah. So I think we're down to $30 to help.
It may not have actually been a Bible. It was just the cover of a Bible.
It's like we did in high school.
Someone's put the art of the
deal with the Playboy.
For talk about WCW doc, your friend Jesse donated $10. I think it just finally went through, because that must be what he wanted for his $10. It just now went through.
Yeah, did we talk about yeah, he asked me that privately too. No, we haven't. I haven't even watched it yet, to be honest.
I haven't seen it, obviously.
It's on my watch list.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jesse, why don't you watch Tuesday night, and maybe we'll dab into that on Tuesday, because we're about to wrap up here.
There you go.
We were trying to raise $30 more for the show. Angela and Art Gel said they love my city. I sent them all the screenshots from Louisville from SmackDown. And they did make Louisville look very pretty.
Yeah, it is a pretty city.
And for those of you that I sent the screenshots to of downtown Louisville, that is 1.8 miles from my door. That's where the Yum Center is. And so if I venture down either one kilometer or nearly 2 miles, that's where Yum Center is. Now, downtown starts to develop in under a mile. I'm in the Highlands near Cave Hill Cemetery. For those of you trolls that think you want to come here. You don't.
And who's buried there?
If you want
Colonel Sanders, Denny Crum, and Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali got a mention on SmackDown last night, by the way.
If you guys want to come to Kenny at his house,
yeah, I'm going to make some video.
Don't have the address, just let us know. We're more than happy to provide.
There you go. I mean, goddamn.
I'd whoop you, Kenny, but I don't know where you live.
Yeah, Heart Below says thank you for raising the money for her ultrasound. She says Ruby May says thank you so much.
Good night, Billy.
And good night, Billy Sellers.
Don't be a hero.
Good night, Billy.
Billy,
you little bitch. You come in here and predict, and then you were right.
There was like this period right in a row where like Billy, don't be a hero, and the night Chicago died, and Seasons in the Sun. They all came out like that.
We had joy, we had fun. I hated that song. I hated Billy, don't be a hero.
Look at the words.
They were always in the top 5 at 5 with Wacky.
Alone Again, Naturally. It's like, hey, I'm a suicidal maniac. Let me just it's cool. Let me jump off a bridge. Hey.
That is what they're saying, that COVID and the internet has basically just driven up suicide to a level that is just unreal. They said that Reddit and 4chan were basically created for people who basically live in their basements. They have no interaction with real people. And it was started out as a joke. And then they saw people were falling for the joke and thinking it was real. And that, but there's a CNN story right now about the death of 4chan. And basically Reddit, to some degree, it's took its place. Only Reddit actually does post a lot of shit that's actually true in research. But then again, a lot of trolls go on there and try to start shit because Reddit has a better reputation than what 4chan had. But they said basically it was created for people with no lives, with no communication with anybody, basement dwellers, QAnon, basement dwellers who do not know how to interact with real people. And that's why these sites were developed. That's how QAnon was developed. And it gives them a way. And QAnon started out as a joke. But the QAnon apparently figured out a way to manipulate timestamp to make it look like Trump was posting what they posted. And actually what they were doing is seeing what Trump posted, and then they manipulated the timestamp to make it look like Trump was posting their shit. Even though Trump always agreed with it because it was based off his tweet. So he always well, I've heard the good things about QAnon. Well, they were his tweets. Of course, he agreed with them. He's the one that said it. Trump basically was QAnon. Trump basically was Q because through manipulated time, and I just learned this today, that through manipulated timestamps, QAnon was just promoting what Trump was promoting to a degree. And then they just elevated it after that to make it even more ridiculous. I'm a Redditor. Well, so's my son. And like I said, there's a lot of facts on Reddit, but there's a lot of fucking nut jobs too. And those are the 4chan people, because 4chan's pretty much gone.
It depends on which subreddits you visit, right? It's like,
It's like Facebook. I mean, you know, when you claim you get your news off Facebook, if you're getting your news from me off Facebook, you're an idiot. Don't rely on what I post on Facebook. Do your own research from real fucking reliable news sources.
I'll catch the headline and then I'll go chase it elsewhere to see if it's true.
It's probably a good idea. One of the great things I saw, my brother was raving. He says, yeah, man, I see you bragging about Scaramucci being on 45 Minutes on MSNBC. More people saw him on your show. He should be on Hannity where millions of people will see him. So I did some research. And since the nut job that blows Russia so hard left, fucker Carlson, the key demographic that advertisers advertise to is 25 to 54. And I'm within a year or so on that. We'll say 25 to 54. So my brother says, yeah, Scaramucci got more viewers on your show than he'll get on MSNBC. Well, as was pointed out, most people of a neutral or left-wing view will seek their news from the BBC, MSNBC, CBS, CNN, ABC, all the NPR, all the various other news. That's your source for neutral to left. Is all those other news stations. If you want nut job conspiracy theories on the right, there's basically one place to go, and it's not. You can't get it with an antenna. It's a cable news service called
cable.
There's Newsmax, OAN, and
which I can't get any of those.
Right.
Newsmax and AON. Well, I think Newsmax might be on YouTube TV. AON, I don't think is. And there's a few of the real extreme right-wing nut jobs that got kicked off of YouTube TV. Fox News is on cable. You can't get it with an antenna. You can't get any variation of Fox News with your antenna. So that eliminates a lot of people that don't have access to satellite.
Local Fox channels don't have a network news.
No,
like
never
ABC
have.
and DCC.
They have a local channel. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've watched a lot of local Fox News in various other cities. They normally lean left.
It just depends on the city, right? Whatever the normal demographic of the city. Like Fox in Austin is going to be a very left-leaning thing.
But the key to what you said is it depends on the city, and most big cities lean left.
Right.
It's a crime-ridden city. Well, that's where crime happens. That's where the people are.
If you go to
there's
Fox,
not crime,
Big
there's
Sky,
not
Montana,
crime in the fucking country because nobody fucking lives there.
Right. Fox
I'm not
and
driving
Cheyenne.
40 miles to rob Timmy John.
Well, and plus, like, what's
Well,
Timmy
plus
John
he ain't got anything I want. Plus, he ain't got anything I want. Let's factor that in. Oh, shit. I got to kick out for a minute. I'll be right back. I got to
Must be time to
the
take
headless Kenny Bolin has kicked out.
and doggies got to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the bet I wanted to make with the Mooch did not come to pass. My Stars were eliminated. His Rangers were eliminated.
Yeah, that sucked.
People have asked me, who am I going to cheer for in the finals? And I was like, I really don't care. Once my team is eliminated, I don't care.
Yeah, you just become a fan of the sport again after that.
Well, I am, and I'm a hockey fan, and I like watching just hockey, but I'm not going to cheer for Florida. I'm sure not going to cheer for Edmonton. It's like whichever team wins, yay. There's a certain fan segment that will say, well, I'm going to cheer for the team that beat my team because that way at least we lost to the champions. I'm like,
They say that shit in college, and I don't understand that.
The emergency was I forgot that my Dr. Pepper Coconut Zero was in the freezer. I put it in 20 minutes thinking that Mr. Kennedy would be here at 10:05. This has been in the freezer for an hour and a half.
now that it's 11:25,
It feels slushy. It's not ice. So here we go. This motherfucker's gonna be cold. It's been in the freezer for 9 minutes.
this is a live experiment on television. If Kenny Boland's face explodes, you'll know.
Boom!
All right, 90 minutes of frozen Coke. Well, you got to hold it up closer because of the green screen. 90 minutes.
Oh, it completely disappeared.
Hold it right in front of your face.
Yeah, put it in your face.
There we go. There we go. The frozen zero sugar coconut cream, and people all over the world are wanting to try these. Pretty much, and they even color schemed it to go with the Mooch book.
There you go.
The Mooch book you can't see.
Right.
Well,
so I'm not a giant Dr. Pepper fan in the first place, but there is no soft.
Me and my son are big pepper fans.
No soft drink in the world tricks up their flavors as much as Dr. Pepper.
Oh my fucking God. That is so cold. There's no ice in there after 90 minutes in my freezer. Might say something about my freezer. That's a cold motherfucking drink. There's not a slush of ice in it. Just cold as fuck. Maybe the coconut is preventing it from freezing. I don't know.
Did you put the lime in the coconut?
I put the lime
together.
No, I don't like the lime in the coconut. I don't like the goddamn lime in the coconut. You guys have been treated like royalty tonight.
There you go.
I'm going to say it right now. This show was better without Mr. Kennedy.
Yes.
What did he say?
Get back to them all fucked up.
You know what? Jesse donated twice.
Yeah, he told me.
Okay, I thought I was just getting late notice. So he donated $20.
Yeah.
So, well, what does he want about WCW? Well, none of us.
He wanted to know if we watched the documentary.
So
Not yet.
Is there a documentary? I guess there is, right? So I'm not
The
aware.
death of WCW or
about it.
Dying Days or some shit like that.
Do you mind if I
The
sing?
Rock put out.
Do you mind if I sing to your friend for just a second?
Go right ahead.
I wish that I was Jesse's girl. Da, 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 da. I wish I was Jesse's girl. Where can I find a bitch like that? I'll shop around at the parade. I don't know all the words. You think I would?
And like that's ever stopped you.
Reason to survive.
That's what I say.
And he starts looking at me with those eyes. He wants to rub against my body with his thighs. I wish I was Jesse's girl. Wish I was Jesse's bitch.
There you have it, folks. Kenny Boland announcing he's gay.
Where can I find
Right
a
here.
bitch like that?
On Star Maker Bowling Show.
He paid $20.
I mean,
Give him a little gay love.
Yeah,
Give him a little gay love if he wants it, for crying out loud. Jimmy Cornette won't sing live to you and hit on a guy named Jesse. He won't do it.
He won't even talk to you live.
He will not talk to you live.
And he will not autograph your books with
And
Kenny
he won't autograph your books the way you want them done. I'll do it.
He doesn't even
I've
do
done it.
video, does he? He just does that like that still shot, doesn't he?
Oh no, they don't even do video. They
Yeah.
do the audio because he says he likes to play with his dog during the podcast. What have you ever seen me not play with the dogs?
I was about to say, like, who cares?
I open the door and let the neighbors' dogs in. Come on in, dogs. Come on. There goes Choco. Choco, you better not let no fucking neighbor dog in here. I'll bite them in the balls. That's what she does. She's a ball biter.
Hey,
All right.
man.
Well, so I think we're Bob. Are we $20 short of helping Cheska with her phone, or 30?
Yes, we're short.
We're short. We're definitely short.
Short.
We
Poor
gave
Cheska.
the people a hell of a show.
Poor
We
Cheska.
gave them a hell of a show on a
She's
Saturday
going to be in
night.
college, and she's going to be failing. Everyone else around her will be passing because they
Yeah,
can get their lessons done.
Everybody
Not
passes.
Cheska though. She'll be going. I don't know what it is. I just can't pass.
I sent some of you all a short of some goofy comedian wearing a Trump hat, and he talks about the 34, and he said, Trump's going to turn this into something positive, and he starts naming real criminals and how many federal charges they got that they were indicted on and then found guilty of. Mm-hmm. Al Capone, he never got to not 34 for him, and they're throwing up graphics showing how many federal charges Al Capone and various other criminals got charged with. Amateur time, man, amateur. Not 34. I did 34. And he's actually pretty good. So I think I sent it to both of you. But if you get a chance to see the short of this guy doing comedy about bragging about having the 34 federal indictment found guilty, he's turned it into a positive. And it is so he kind of loses the crowd at first when he brings up Trump. And then when he starts doing it, the crowd's laughing their ass off. So check that out for those of you that I sent it to. And then if you want to forward that to somebody, almost if you're a Trump supporter or not a Trump supporter, you'll have to laugh at this thing because it's very funny. And
they don't like those jokes over there.
Well, you probably got me. You probably got me there. they don't like those jokes.
Oh, they take themselves.
Them woke funny jokes. Them woke jokes ain't so funny.
Them libtards don't know how to tell them funny jokes.
Well, here's what it says. I'm sitting here looking at it. It says TikTok queer disabled comedian. So I'm going to resend this to Jason. I'm going to resend this to Jason and Bob.
I saw that one earlier. Why do I want to watch a queer disabled?
Well, let's show it. We'll take our chances.
End of the show.
Yeah. Right,
it's just the end of the show anyway.
So, just in case. Good night, everybody.
Just in case. The YouTube short. It's a YouTube short. We're on YouTube. We're just helping promote the guy. Right. If I can't help a queer disabled comedian, who am I?
For educational purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Gillis.
Give me a moment. I want to take myself out of the green screen. Give me a minute here. Let me go to virtual. Okay, I'm back in the Philippines.
Don't call me Dobie Gillis.
Back in the Taj Mahal. There's my living room.
Play.
All right, there we go. Okay, I'm back home. All right, found. So yeah, he starts out. He doesn't really have the crowd with him at first. Let's make sure your audio is good. Let's turn it up. But what does it say, Bob? Disabled queer comedian. Okay,
here we go.
He doesn't appear to be any of those.
34 felonies, right? Oh, he'll twist them and he'll make it fun. He'll make it cool. It's fine. 34 counts. Nobody's done it. Nobody can do that. Nobody can do it. 34. It's never been done. Our numbers are so big. These are big numbers. 34. El Chapo couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. 22 times. What a failure. Guilty on 22 counts. I said, what an amateur. 34. No, we're doing better. Al Capone couldn't do it. 27 counts, which is really beginner stuff. That's beginner stuff. He couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. The Zodiac Killer. Could you believe this? 9 counts. I go, what is this, amateur out or 9 counts? The Zodiac. I call him the Zodiac Loser. That's what I call him. That's what I call him. We are going to jail, and we are going to jail so quick and so strong, and nobody's gone this quick. 2 days. We'll be there in 2 days. We're making felonies great again. That's what we're doing.
and then claps for himself.
I'll be out in the yard, right? The jail yard. Catch me outside. I'll be out in the yard.
I haven't seen this part yet.
Shackles, these are going to be great shackles. Golden. We're going to get the golden shackles. They say Trump's yard right there. Trump's yard.
I didn't see that last part. I gave up when it said we're going to be in jail so fast. I thought that was the end of it. Bob just doesn't want to be a part
Bob
of it.
didn't like it. He was like, "Fuck this."
Bob didn't like it.
I don't want to get associated with this shit.
Maybe Bob got kicked out for showing it or supporting queer
that could be
comedians.
too.
Yeah, Bob is in Texas supporting queer disabled comedians. The governor just kicked Bob up. The governor just kicked Bob up.
Hello, Bob.
governor-
Why don't you close the wrong window while you're at
Yeah,
it?
the governor kicked Bob off the show for promoting queer disabled comedians in Texas. But the governor wasn't gonna have none of that shit. No, I did not see the last part where it's going to be Trump's yard. I can see the big fluorescent lights out in the yard now. Trump walking around. They said that he will sell the classified documents for packs of tuna. Is what one of the comedians.
I mean, that was the he should have done the Trump dance.
I forgot who. Oh, well, he's already learned how to masturbate two guys at once, so he's got that down.
Oh, yeah.
As long as those guys have tuna. But yeah, I think he was one of the guys on Bill Maher's show recently. He says, you know why he's got those classified documents? He's going to be selling those in the yard for packs of tuna and vape. The tuna will be coming in up somebody's ass, and Trump will be just gouging.
Gotta get my
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're going to be $30 short of that cell phone because there's about 90 of you didn't want to do anything to help.
So you guys can still donate after the show, right?
You can. Yeah, they can. They never do. Well, I can't say never, but it's the ones that are regulars.
Yeah.
Cash App,
man,
look
man,
at
I
Cash
missed
App,
tonight's show. I got home.
PayPal. All four of those are available 24 hours a day.
They're all 24. Yeah, they never shut you down. They never do.
Take a screenshot so you don't forget.
You can take a screenshot. Yeah, they never refuse to take your money. Jazzy Jana, let me read her message. Man, I'm so mad I missed tonight's show. I got home almost 8. Thursday had my annual summer show Friday morning and been resting all weekend. Those quick turnaround trips suck. Yeah, because she's recovering from going to see Bob.
That's right.
SmackDown was out there earlier.
Takes a while to come see Bob. Saying.
Mr. Kennedy was not able to make it for personal reasons, but you did miss one hell of a show. I encourage you to watch it.
Thank you.
Jazzy Jana.
Sweet.
Bob Hazelwood coming in out of the bullpen. Were you watching the show when I was called an idiot for not knowing the Mavericks were not playing tonight?
I wasn't watching it then.
So let me get this right. They play one game in Boston and then take 2 days off and then play another game in Boston?
Yes.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Part of the problem is ABC has both the NBA Finals and the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. So
that's just selfish.
But they could have every other day. They didn't do anything on Friday, right?
No.
So
I think we can play back-to-back games in the NBA if you're not traveling. I think we're capable.
Well, they used to, didn't they? It was like 2 games at home, then you traveled for 3 and then came back for 2.
They're not paying me any money yet, but I'm hoping they're going to send me about 5 12-packs of this stuff. Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. Oh, by the way, give me.
Come on, Bob, you got one?
Give me what do you got, Bob? Oh, Jesus. Bob, give me a full-size screenshot of this. So I'm going to tag Dr. Pepper in it on the Twitter. Give me
Twitter
the
machine.
There we go. We associate with only the best sponsors. And Bob, can you get me a screenshot? Because I can't hold this.
Yeah, I will get you a screenshot.
I cannot hold this, and there we. I can't hold this and take a screenshot.
Gotcha.
You faked it. Just like making love to your neighbor, you faked it.
It's a Photoshop.
You faked that bigger than shit. Just like the love you make to your phony neighbor.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, that cures COVID. That cures COVID. If you drink the Windex with a stern mixture of Lysol and bleach.
With a bright light. You have to
Hey, Herb's in the house.
Herbie Hancock's in here tonight. Throw Herbie up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Herb Simmons.
The great Herb Simmons. Herb, was Jimmy Hart raving about the opportunity to meet me in Evansville, Indiana? Did he rave about telling me stories about Sputnik Monroe? Did he tell you that he told me that he loved me and he called me baby?
You know, I have a story.
Oh, baby.
Holy baby. I haven't told you this, but I contacted Herb and I said, Herb, would it be possible to get me a special rate for your show? I'm not expecting comps. I mean, that'd be nice, but can I get a special rate? He says, Bob.
He did for 30 seconds. Well, that's 30 seconds a lot of people might not have got.
As a
Did
friend,
you really mention me for 30 seconds? I appreciate that, Herb.
As a friend of Kenny Bolin.
Spend 90 seconds telling me what he said. Go ahead, Bob. Don't let me interrupt.
I won't. I'll try not to. So I said, Herb, can you get me a special rate? He says, yes, Bob. As a friend of Kenny Bolin's, I'm going to give you a special rate. It's normally $40 for the show.
You got it for 80?
$80.
$80. There you go. That's the bowling rate. Yeah. If you promise not to bring bowling with you.
Yeah. If you bring bowling, it's $300. I'm like,
oh, Jesus. Herb Simmons, have you had the Coconut Zero yet? We're promoting it big time on the show here. We're trying to get another sponsorship. Now, Herb, are you pulling my leg, or did he really just go on and on and on about me and what a pleasure it was?
30 seconds.
And that it's just we're going to be the only two on the Mount Rushmore of managers. We're kicking the other two off. We don't even want them up there.
You know what?
Crowding our space.
It's going to be Jimmy Hart.
And Bobby, go away. Stop it.
Jimmy Hart, Kenny Bolin.
Yeah.
Kenny Bolin and Kenny Bolin.
And Kenny. Oh, so I get 3 of the 4. Well, that's not bad.
I mean,
I get one. I get one for Lashley. I get one for Lashley. One for Cena. And then one for Randy Orton. Well, Kenny, you didn't really officially manage Randy Orton. Well, I managed not to get my ass whipped.
Yeah. So I heard you.
Who else in here got messages from Randy Orton today? Anybody? Okay, that's what I thought.
Secondhand.
I heard you mention that you said Bobby Lashley was someone no one was going to whip.
Now, wait a minute, Herb. Herb says that Jimmy Hart told stories he didn't believe. Now, come on. Has Jimmy Hart ever told a story that wasn't true?
So I heard you say earlier that Bobby Lashley, when he was in OVW, there was nobody that was going to whip Bobby Lashley.
No.
Was Lesnar at the same time? Or was Lesnar was not there at the same time Bobby was?
Okay, I got to kick out for a second. That's the bat phone ringing. I'll be right back, and then I'll answer.
Cliffhanger.
So the question is, in a shoot match between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, and let's call it a clean wrestling match, right? Let's not call it
just wrestling,
not a fighting, like underhanded Rico would win kind of fight.
What about MMA?
Match. Yeah, we can even go to MMA. Okay.
If it's MMA, I'm going to go with Bobby because Brock can't take a hit to the face.
That's Orton calling it. Quit mentioning my name, Bolin.
Now, I think pure wrestling, probably Brock, but where you can throw strikes, I'm going to give it to Bobby. Because have you seen Brock when he gets caught in the gin? He just gets rocked. Yeah. Like, Frank Mir rocked him. Randy Couture rocked him. I mean, he can recover, but it's just that surprise on his face when he gets tagged. It's just he don't like it.
Avoiding being hit is his best way to win, right? Of course, that's with anybody, but
that's anybody's best way to win. But yeah,
my best way to win is to not get touched.
Don't get hit. That's
So. All right. So this WCW documentary, it's where's it showing?
It's on either Vice or A&E. Let me check. Because it's I think it's Vice because it's the same place where you see Dark Side.
Okay, so that would.
And it's I think it's a $7 promotion. Let me see. I think it's called Who Killed WCW.
Well, that would depend on whether you or not had Brian Alvarez on there. He'll tell you it was Hulk Hogan. Meltzer will tell you. I always win because I'm not getting inside. That's right. I've never lost an MMA fight because I've never been dumb enough.
Me either. I'm undefeated. 0-0.
Yeah, I've never been dumb enough to take one. So.
Okay, it looks like this is a series because there's episodes. So The first one's called Where the Big Boys Play, so obviously it's about when the NWO started.
You know, it's really funny. I was during the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. I was a big WCW fan. Didn't really watch any WWE, but I grew up on Crockett Promotions. So like I lived in Dallas, but I moved to Northern Virginia my freshman year of high school. And so by the time I really started watching wrestling, I had Jim Crockett Promotions that are coming out of the Carolinas. And that's what I was exposed to. Now, the Washington, D.C. station showed WWE, but at that point, WWE was like total cartoonish. I mean, they were wrestlers, a character kind of thing.
Yep.
So I just was not into that.
It was like real bright and colorful too, just like a circus. Yeah.
So I was always an NWA fan from that time back, and so
all right, let me turn the volume back up. So because
I'll tell you what, 85 and 86, I loved the WWF back then because that was
we just had we got some technical issues that he and I need to tackle tomorrow. But other than that, let's see. That's Orton calling him. I always win because I'm not getting in there. Yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, I sent Randy some of the pictures. I sent Randy some of the pictures from Herb's get together because I wasn't sure if anybody had sent those to Randy. And then I started thinking, well, surely the God, his father or Herb, sent Randy the pictures, but I sent them to him as well. And yeah. So, but yeah, I did not understand what Randy was telling me yesterday when he says, unfortunately, I'm not there. And then I'm like, later I'm thinking, oh, I bet he means, unfortunately, he's not at SmackDown tonight. I never knew they were in Louisville until 4:00 this morning. And then when I started to bring it up, I wanted to see how the AJ Styles promo went. And it was a good promo, but they telegraphed it too many times. There ain't going to be no fucking retirement. And like you said, it was just like Mark Henry's.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Mark Henry should be offended because it was the same fucking thing. The suit, the tears, and telegraphing it to where any moron knows.
We're all,
any moron knows. And then when they oversold it at the end with Cody, somebody has got to start saying, man, why don't we just actually try to fool somebody? Why do we have to telegraph this from a mile fucking away?
You know what would have been great if Cody.
It ain't because I'm fucking smart and I figured it out. They just fucking telegraphed it.
They should have had AJ come out. Cody does the arm raise. They do the thing. He finally spins them around, and then Cody clotheslines AJ, turns heel in the process, does the beat down.
That would have been more entertaining.
Yeah,
that would have been way more entertaining.
Cody's more of a natural heel than a face, anyway.
I think he's very good either. I think he's very good either way. And I would have totally bought Cody, but the company always needs a good babyface to carry that belt so the heels can chase. And so I don't know. I kind of like the heels having the belt and letting the babyfaces chase as well, but it's never good. It's always good to have it the other way around as well.
Well, it's funny. He reminds me more of
I got what I wanted from you assholes. I needed you all to get me over Roman. You did. I don't need you anymore, bitches. I got this. Fuck all y'all. And then beg for forgiveness later, like they always do.
There you go.
Oh, what did you think of Heyman? Did anybody seen Heyman's promo?
Which one?
With Solo about can I what was he looking for? It wasn't retribution. He was looking basically.
I didn't watch it. I didn't.
I encourage anybody to watch the Heyman promo with Solo from 2 weeks ago. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Oh, okay. From 2 weeks ago, I did see it. I didn't see the one last
2 weeks ago.
Anything last night?
No, I haven't seen what all he's done. I haven't
down.
seen everything. It was good to see. It was good to see Paul in Louisville. He did not call me up to go to Hooters after the show.
Yeah, when he's basically telling, please don't call out Solo for your own good, for your own safety. Don't call him out.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's insane. These two guys aren't human. They're thugs.
You can tell he's a huge Godfather fan.
Yeah.
Paul?
Paul
Yeah.
Corleone.
Because I mean, all the way back to
I cannot
ECW.
believe
Just think
it
about all the
for
callbacks
90
he's had as
minutes and did not
Godfather.
ice up. I cannot believe it didn't ice up.
Maybe there's gasoline in there.
I think the coconut creamery must be an anti-freeze device.
Could be.
The only thing I can figure.
Antifreeze is supposed to be sweet.
All right, folks, we've been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. If you guys
We've
can,
been a long
need
time for no Mr. Kennedy to have shown up.
a couple more bucks here to help out.
I didn't have to go pee one time either. Take that, Renee.
Well, what's that?
I said I didn't have to go pee one time. Take that, Renee.
Oh, Renee could have never done that. That's
Oh God, he can't go 15 minutes, man.
That's for fucking sure.
I want to know who did the road trips with him and how often did you guys have to like pull over?
Renee did not ride with me
Renee-
more than once or twice.
He just had the private jet.
Yeah.
I
I sent my ex-girlfriend Jenny. I've been chatting with her again here recently. She wanted to know if I wanted to get Kim a graduation present. Well, fuck yeah. I mean, goddamn. Don't let there be a kid in the Philippines that didn't get a graduation present from me.
I mean,
And she says, well, you did buy her first Christmas presents 9 years ago. I said, yeah, I did do that.
Yeah,
So,
well,
and in the context of these conversations, their dog, who they had that dog back when me and Jenny were together, the dog had 3 puppies yesterday. So I just sent you all pictures of the dog with its brand new puppies. Yeah.
well, then guess what?
Like the other two.
For your
Very
graduation, you get a puppy.
Yeah. You get a puppy. You get a puppy. Okay. Yeah. Well,
2 brown ones and one that's black and white. One of these things are not like the other.
I'm about to send you something, Bob, and this is going to be, I think it's released now. We're not going to talk about it on this particular show, but it's out there, and I was told I could do this. So, Bob, do not really comment on it.
Okay.
But I was told I could do this, and I had my people do it.
I'm surprised it was allowed.
I was told last week, go for it, because he had seen it. I said, well, what do you think about that being public? And he said, go for it. So I just took him at his word.
All right.
Just took him at his word. And it's going to be in 2 formats. That'll be on the talk and it'll be on the YouTube shorts. So some of you will be getting it in the near future. And then it'll spread from there. I've already sent it to a very few of you.
The thing you just sent right now.
So I know, Kenny, being the huge fan of the WNBA that you are,
I'm a big fan. Me and
probably.
I have an update. The puppies, it's 2 female, 1 male. They bothered to look.
What do you think about Caitlin Clark not being named to the USA?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to talk to that. I was going to talk about that with Mr. Kennedy tonight, and I'm glad we have a black man here and a white man and whatever it is I represent. So we have all 3 species.
Native American.
We have all 3 species. Yeah, 1/4 Native American. Herb,
So what happened? She wasn't what?
As a rule,
Was not
whenever
USA.
As a rule, whenever a fight breaks out between a heterosexual white and a gay black, 99% of the time, I'm probably leaning towards taking the side of the bisexual black, be it female or male. Normally, if a heterosexual, I'm going to reestablish this. 99% of the time, if I hear there's a fight between a heterosexual white and gay blacks, regardless of
regardless of the circumstances.
Regardless of the circumstances, in most cases, I will side with the black folk. In this particular case, being as I watched the game at the encouragement of John Paul. Okay, I lie. I didn't watch the game, but I watched the 4th quarter.
They watched the
and maybe
clip.
a little bit of the end of the 3rd to where the shit started.
10 seconds. What happened?
Because the black girls, one of them from LSU, I'm not sure where the other one's from, the one that actually did the hit. Maybe she went to LSU too. Yeah, the hip check.
Yeah,
I saw that and I thought, well, that's fucking dirty ball.
It was unnecessary.
If done it to her, I'd be just as fucking mad at Caitlin. Everybody knows, as a rule, I don't rush to side with the heterosexual white when it comes to fucking with black, gays, bisexuals, or what have you.
Nicole.
She definitely got targeted.
You're leaving at the good part, honey. Hang around. What nearly minute.
Promises.
So, but in this case, after seeing the evidence, seeing the shit talking going on between the two girls from whoever they play for, I forgot, and they're bitching because all this attention is now coming to the WNBA. That, hey, we've been stars here for 7 years, and all of a sudden this little white bitch shows up, and now they're getting all this attention. We've been stars for 7 years. We've been athletes for 7 years. We've been doing a great job. Well, guess what? No one gave two fucks until the white heterosexual girl showed up. That is partly marketing. They were probably dying in the WNBA for a heterosexual white girl who could play ball to show up.
Oh, every sport
for marketing,
hope.
For marketing, but that ain't her fault. That's not her fault.
Right.
So yeah, it's great for marketing because unless you're catering to bisexual black women or men who like to watch that sort of thing, this now widens your audience. Well, so I get why they're promoting the fuck out of her.
Plus, she came in with all that scoring accolades from the NCAA.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she's just some white girl showing up.
No, it's not like she showed up with not being able to back up her shit.
Right.
Because if they're going to do that, they'd have went with that girl from
she's in the top 3 or 4 girls as far as taking hard fouls in the entire WNBA this year. John Paul, if he's still around, is welcome to comment about this. So, but no, it's like being jealous over John Cena coming in.
It looked like we've been playing against.
Hang on, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. It's like John Cena going into the WWE and people being jealous that he's now bringing more, or The Rock or whomever, bringing all this extra attention to the company. Hey, we've been stars here for 7. Are you going to let me finish or fucking not?
You can go ahead and finish.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
If you ever do, then yeah.
Yeah,
well, I'll fucking finish if you all shut up and quit fucking interrupting me. How about that?
Somebody needs
you're going to get mad and leave. I can see it in your eyes. I see it. You're going to leave like a little bitch. Okay. This is better. So.
We can still talk, though.
Yeah, you can still talk and interrupt me. Everything's fine. So it's like getting pissed at John Cena or The Rock or whomever young pup comes up from OVW or Memphis or wherever they came from, and being mad at them that your company's getting all this fucking attention, regardless of what, because Rock from the Black Samoan section, okay, we're going to be mad at him because we were stars before he came. We were all great. We were awesome. Well, not according to ticket sales, not according to merchandise sales. You all weren't getting it done. So now you got the white girl here. And trust me, I'm the last person to defend the white heterosexuals. I'm in their shit. But if she's the one drawing the attention, if she's the one bringing eyes to your programming, if she's the one bringing money to the NBA, shut the fuck up, play ball, and don't play dirty ball. Because, well, I started to say, well, maybe she can recruit some white, gay, badass bitches to beat you all up, but that's probably not going to happen. So she's kind of on her own. But fucking just be appreciative that she's bringing you the attention, accept the money she's bringing you. You don't have to fly coach anymore. Or apparently they now have chartered planes, I think, that they didn't have before. And a lot of this is because due to the harassment some of the girls have been getting. So she has brought you some things that otherwise you would not have.
Including
so be
asses and seats.
She's putting asses in seats. And her base salary, I think I heard, is $64,000 a year or less.
It's like $71,000.
Is it 71 grand? I knew it was not taxes. I knew it was not much.
The Washington team, I don't know I forget what team she plays for, but they came into Washington. Washington normally plays in a 4,700 seat arena. They moved this game to the Capitol Center, which has an additional.
How many did it draw?
They sold out in 30 minutes.
They sold out a 20,000 seat arena
in 30 minutes.
To where they normally play in a 47 seated arena. They should give half that money to her. Here, thank you. Look at all the extra money we got.
Well, it never makes sense if somebody's making everybody money. Like,
why?
Because you want to be the one.
We were stars before she got here. Well, apparently not.
No, you weren't.
Not big enough.
You were little fish in a little ocean.
I can name 3 WNBA players.
You were a little. You were a little fish in a glorified.
Because she was arrested and thrown in jail in Russia.
Oh yeah, that one too. She lives here.
Yeah. Only
I ran into her in real life.
Only John Paul from this show was watching WNBA. He was the only one. So now apparently we got
pickleball.
So or the pickleball. Everybody knows how big the pickleball is. So, but no, I wanted to talk about that tonight because, as a rule, I defend black gays, black bisexuals, whatever, and it's normally the white folks that are fucking with them. In this case, learn from your mistakes, learn what's been done to you. People have fucked with you, and apparently most of the WNBA is black gay women. I did not know that. I didn't think you had to be gay to be good at basketball or bisexual.
It helps.
Or lesbian or whatever. I guess.
I'm no good.
Doesn't help in any other fucking sport as a rule to be gay as a rule. I mean, how many gay baseball players have you heard? How many gay NFL players do you hear? You hear about it every now and then, but it's not in large numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Normally,
There's probably a larger number out there than what has.
It's a microcosm of society. Whatever's in society, that's what's in the NFL.
If there's 12%, whatever, of Americans that are gay, there's probably 12% of the NFL that's gay.
Exactly.
Probably works out that way.
Well, as far as the skill set, she just happens to be white. But remember when Cheryl Swoops and Cheryl Miller were around?
Absolutely.
Women's basketball was popular at that time.
Not as popular as it is now, though.
No, not
even those two were selling out an arena, a 20,000 seat arena in Washington or any other city.
Well, yeah.
And I've always been very critical because I've always been very critical of WNBA winning the money that the NBA is getting. Well, you're not earning it.
Same
not
thing
until
with
maybe
soccer. Yeah, the women's soccer.
But in soccer, the women have outperformed the men. The women outdraw the men, but the men are getting all the fucking money. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Did you see when they put a college men's team against the women's team and they got their ass kicked? That kind
of what I'm earning. Pay me what I'm earning. Exactly. And the women right now are a bigger draw in soccer than the men. And they play better than the men, and they win more championships than the men. I think I have my facts right on that.
They've done better when it comes to wins and losses. And so that the American public is very much a bandwagon. We support the winners.
Yeah, because you don't hear about them much anymore.
Right.
That one chick that took Randy Orton's pose and never gave him credit for it.
That's what, when you mess with Randy Orton,
don't mess with
What was her name? The chick with the bluish hair or whatever. Remember when she was scored, she would do that.
Oh, you'll have to help me out. I'll have to bring it up to Randy.
Oh, Rapinoe.
I'm going to call Randy.
Right
after. For some reason, Rapinoe sounds.
That's close. That's really close. Women.
I don't know.
Soccer.
Oh, there's a soccer girl that was doing this. Okay.
Every time she scored, she would do that Randy Orton pose.
The Randy pose. Okay.
And act like she created
it. Well, I'll tell you what, the most used pose in the history of sports is John Cena.
Yeah.
Megan Rapinoe.
What's her name?
Megan
Rapinoe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember her. The most stolen move in professional sports is John Cena's "You Can't See Me."
Used to be
half the Cincinnati Reds use it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Half the Reds use it. Oh, and I saw a comedian the other day. I can't remember if it was Bill Maher or who it was. So this shit's got to go. We can't go through life anymore. Somebody on Jimmy Kimmel. It wasn't Bill Maher.
What is?
But
that?
it was some very popular comedian on
the Heart.
Jimmy the Heart. Heart.
Taylor Swift. I blame Taylor Swift.
I remember Jay-Z stole the diamond cutter sign, and all his people were starting to do it, and DDP wound up suing him over that shit. And won.
They were suing him over the diamond cutter?
The diamond cutter sign. Yeah, Jay-Z took it, and all his people started attributing it to him. Jesus. So, he won that.
Well, I hope they don't start suing baseball players and football players for stealing Cena's move because
they could try to sue them, but there wouldn't be any evidence.
There wouldn't be any evidence.
You can't see him anyway. So.
No, every time Ellie De La Cruz gets a triple, he gets up and does the "You Can't See Me" every time he does it. So my Reds, who had lost 16 of 19, I said, well, we got to win 16 of 19 just to get back to even to where we were. Well, I want you to know those motherfuckers, I think as of last night, have now won 11 of 14, 6 in a row. We haven't won 6 in a row since we won 12 in a row last year. And they're battling back. We are tied with the Cubs for second place in the division. I did not see that happening 3 weeks ago. There wasn't a chance in hell we were going to be in second place in the National League Central. But now don't tell me about anything tonight. I haven't watched the Reds game today. I'll be watching it as soon as we get done here. And yeah, I'm an idiot for not knowing the Mavericks were not playing tonight. I'm just a fucking idiot's what I am.
You're a
What a
weirdo.
foolish man.
At least I confess. At least
I can't believe my Rangers are still in second place with as bad as they've been playing.
because you guys are still sub 500 or at least
4 games under.
Oh my God, and still second place.
Still in
Oh, I watched the Mariners last night. I watched the Mariners, and they're up 7-0 early in the game. Then they're up 8-1. Well, the Mariners got this shit in the bag. Oh no, they ended up losing 9-8 or 10-8 or something like that. They ended up losing.
Pretty good.
The Mariners are pretty good. Mariners are pretty good, but they blew a 7-0 lead, and the Reds damn near blew about an 8-run lead the other day. Hung on to win it late. But and last year they lost an 8-0 lead to somebody. When you're up 8-0, 5th inning, 6th inning, you pretty much think you got that shit in the bag. Well, all it takes is a couple hit batters, couple of walks, and a grand slam, and all of a sudden it's butt pinching time. Doesn't take much. All right, we have given the people way too fucking much for what we got, but at least we got a little something. Herb, thank you for checking in tonight. We appreciate it. You'll have to tell me what Jimmy Hart had to say. It was so much. I'm still kicking myself in the ass for not getting pictures with these guys, but maybe next time. Maybe the next time we all get
Here's
together.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember her now. I remember her. How dare her still Randy?
Yeah, every time she scores, she did that, and it was like, just come on now.
Send me that picture and I'll forward it to Randy and ask him what he thinks about that.
All right.
All righty. So
I
other than that,
know
guys,
what Randy thinks about that.
yeah, I think we know what he thinks about it. So for
All right, 3 hours we've been here. Good Lord.
been here a long. Well, no, you've been here about 12 minutes. You can
All right,
stop
so
that shit.
3 hours, 3 hours, and a half an hour. So
Me
whatever.
and Coltrane pulled this fucking train across the finish line. That's what we did.
I've been here at least an hour.
He wasn't all that late.
And plus, it's such a drag on me that it counts the same as 3 hours.
Well, I know it's such a just shut up and send me some denture money. Will you do that?
Not again.
Denture money. I mean, you're
You're
about
tickets for the goddamn concert.
Oh my!
Good night, Jelly Bean.
All of a
Good night,
sudden,
Ruby May. We're doing the
Little
dishes.
Ruby May, all
Good
9
night,
versions of
Ashley.
Ruby
Oh,
May.
you're doing the
Night,
Walton
Ashley.
thing, huh?
Good night, Chenny.
Night,
Good night, Lorraine.
Night, Lorraine.
Good night, sweet little Archie.
Oh, my favorite. I don't mind saying it. My
Yeah,
sweet,
so-
well, Ruby May.
Good night, picture of John Cena.
Night, John
Night,
Cena.
John Cena.
Night,
Good night,
John.
real estate Jelly Bean. Good
I should
night,
have bought my houses from her.
Roanoke Argel.
Yeah, little art gel.
Good night, the one
Cornet
bowling
guy.
band.
Good night, Cornet guy. You good-looking fucker, you.
And good
Hi,
night, Honey Rose.
baby. Oh, do we have the video of the world's most powerful fan?
I don't know.
We'll show it Tuesday.
Where she almost blew through the window.
We'll show it Tuesday. Ruby, as a matter of fact, Honey Rose is no longer with us. She got blown to Calbiog.
Good night, girl in the dirt.
Who's number 41, Bob?
Dirk Nowitzki.
That's Dirk. Back in the day. That's little Liani, by the way. That's Leon.
And just remember, coming soon,
Liani and
Very
Honey Rose have classes together in college, by the way.
Oh, curse you.
Songmaker Bowenhausen show coming soon. All
It's
you gotta
coming
do-
soon. We're just waiting
Soon
on
as
it.
he shows up.
Just sign your petition. Sign your petition. Not one comment after 11:53 after Honey Pasta went to bed.
Yeah, well,
Honey
that's,
Pop.
when she goes to bed, the show's over. So
Pretty much, apparently so, and the donations are over too.
on
All right,
Tuesday
guys.
night, we'll be back and we'll have a show that
Tuesday night, and we're going to show you the world's most powerful fan, and I dare you to show me one stronger. You can't. Good night, Zach Bonifer.
Good night.
Good night, John, good night, John Boy. Good night. I forgot.
Good night,
John
Kenny.
Boy's the only one I remember. Yeah.
That was the only one I know. Grandpa, Grandma,
Good
and
night,
John.
Jason. Good night, Grandpa. Good night. Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
Ellen,
good
Mary
night, Dan
Ellen.
Housen.
Sue Ellen. Good night, Sue
Good
Ellen.
night, good night, Mr. Kennedy. Good night, Mr. Anderson.
Good night, Mr. Kennedy, wherever you are.
Wherever.